their evil. They can never suppress good. You can only delay, but even that delay self has a limit. And as I can tell you right now, that limit has come to an it don't reach. It don't reach. Because there's a place when we say you go kill people reach. The people now go come be the hunter. And this is where we are right now. There is no day you wake up that you don't hear of somebody that or a community that is being killed. Some people have totally abandoned their farmland. Totally. Because why? When you go to the farm, either you get killed, you get tortured, or you get kidnapped. Look at the people of Ukoma. Twice they were massacred. I went there myself. I saw the place. If not only massacre, you know, pay me. You massacred them and turned the place to a plain. When I mean a plain, bulldozed everything. There is no one stone standing on top of another stone.
Musa said it now. Musa said they leveled Ukoma.
They leveled it. Sister Stella, if I show you videos, they leveled it to the ground. No one stone on top of another stone. People are sleeping in canoe. Canoe, neither they sleep. You still went there for the second time and still killed them. And what happened? Nothing. They won't say anything because to you, you are their slaves. They only give you what you need to live and survive so that they can keep sucking your life force out. That is exactly what they have put Nigerians. And we Biafrans have said we are not part of this. And for that, we are criminals. We've been proscribed as terrorists. Self-rule. We want to rule ourselves. We are criminals. We are terrorists. Is that a crime? That you hold a man for 4 years plus in a box because he decided to himself and say, I no longer want to be your puppet. I no longer want to be your slave. I want to live as I am, a free-born, a free man. And my people will live free lives. It just shows you that the so-called slavery never ended. It never ended. All they did was to come and say, you know what, rather than pack people in ships, why not we leave them there, build boundaries and call it country, and then, you know, they will still do the work for us. Then we will take whatever they have, we'll take it to our land, we'll use it to build. And then if they must come to our land, we give them probation. The probation will give them a tag. The tag is you will come for a few years. Then when we are tired of you, we send you back empty-handed. That's what they do. You cannot live. Have you ever heard that anybody came to this world with a grain of sand? But yet, some people are claiming land, telling you it is their country. You cannot pass. You cannot come to their country. If you must come, you will bring proof of living, your mother's left leg, your father's right hand. You will bring all that, bring it to them, and then they will look at you and evaluate it and say, okay, what is your mental status? If you leave, would you come and succumb to our rules and regulations, which, by the way, is below third-class citizen? If you come, you will do what we ask you to do. Okay, yes, I will come, because when you come, at least we can guarantee you good food and where to sleep. Then when they are tired of you, we're tired, send them back. It's all slavery. So we say we don't want to be a slave anymore. We want to live the way we want to live, to be free, to do what we need to do to help ourselves. And now we are criminals. We are being hunted like animals. Even in your own house, you sleep at night, you cannot sleep. I know that the good book says no peace for the wicked. The wicked cannot sleep. But now, Biafrans are being treated like we are wicked because we cannot sleep in our house with our 2 eyes closed. Fear of somebody just waking up, being trigger-free or happy, entering into a village, kill people, burn the house, and nothing happens. Then when you talk, they will tell you, oh, don't go after them because why? Your lives don't matter. Their cows matter. Look at what they did in Ika, in Umunedi. Nobody said anything. Even your politicians, your so-called politicians, did not say anything. Rather, they make up excuses for the killings. Oh, it is inter-community attacks. They make up lies for lives. In those days, when I was growing up as a child, when you see soldiers on the road, you have this confidence like, oh, you are safe. You feel like, we are being protected, because one thing comes to your mind: discipline. But now, those days are gone. What you see is terrorists wearing uniform. In fact, as we are talking now, they have the audacity to come out and say they are rehabilitating 800 Boko Haram that they will introduce into the society. Which society? To come and do what? To come and do what? 800 of them now want to be introduced again. Now they will now give them position either in the military, or they will take them to police, because these days now the police has joined them. Those ones are now trigger happy. They kill you whenever they like. In fact, one idiot came out and said, the police people have a right to break into your house. So they are now telling you that anybody breaks into your house, allow them. In those days, now thief, they break into your house, and when thief enter your house, wait till you see make it collect. So now they have now given them uniforms. They have introduced them into the society. They can do whatever they like. This is the situation of where we are. The only people who can stand on their own, the only people who can fight this is us. If we decide to be free, then we will be free. If we decide that we don't want to take shit anymore, then we will not take it. Because I believe there is always a choice. No matter how they blackmail you, telling you, oh, they will kill your son, they will kill your husband, so because of that, another life. Ask yourself a question. The man you are holding, doesn't he also have a son? Or you think he doesn't want to live a good life too? So they kill your son, and they will, but yet that son, you wake up tomorrow and they tell you that he had an accident and died. What will happen? He never still die. You know what to do. Do the right thing. But then again, I'm not even going to appeal to you to do the right thing, because you are just a pawn. And as I said, you have a choice. You have a choice. No matter how it is, we always have a choice. So it's about making the choice that benefits us in the end. That is what it's all about. And to you, you have made your choice by waking up and saying indefinite detention. You call yourself a country that does not obey their own laws, and we still think it's a country. Biafrans, let me clear this to you right now. One of the reasons why nobody wants to talk about the case of Biafra, or when you talk about Biafra, it's like you said a taboo, is because Biafra is a huge evidence. You know that kind of thing, the thing you did, and you try to hide it, thinking you dig the ground, buried it so deep, thinking that nobody would ever find out. And then one morning, that thing you buried has turned into a huge tree in front of you. You can't hide it anymore. This is exactly what it is. It's just too big to be hidden. So what they do is they try to distract you so that you do not want to see it. But this is what it is. They cannot hide it anymore. It's right in front of them. So they are trying to bully you out of the truth by killing you, making you fight like, I don't know, for your lives every day. Meanwhile, they're trying to hide the evil that there is a people, there is a country, not was, is a country that has been cheated for decades, that has been covered up with lies. And if this Ashiri comes out, it will touch everybody. Number one offender, the so-called Great Britain. Because they are the ones mother of violation of every law you can think of. Kidnapping, brutalization, human parts dealing, all of it, just name it. Human trafficking. Because what they are doing to us is exactly what it is. Young men are being snatched off the street all in the name of security operative doing investigation, and you don't see them. You saw the video of the young guy who for 1 year was detained for no reason at all. 1 year of his life. No reason at all. Was just useless. It is their way. And this evidence is right in front of them. You can't hide it as much as you have tried. In fact, the more you try to hide it, the more it becomes worse, because it's just like the sun. The sun must rise. You cannot go and use a big blanket to cover the sun. And this is the situation where we are. And we, Biafrans, are at that point where it is either Biafra or nothing else. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it. It is rather Biafra come or everything should be destroyed. And that is exactly what will happen. Nigeria will destroy if not. It's better you people just do the right thing and let everybody go their way in peace. But obviously they have chosen not to go in peace. They want it the hard way. So let it happen the hard way. Keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there is even causing more damage to them. They don't even know. Keeping him there is causing more damage because you cannot silence him. You have kept him there, brutalized him, tortured him, yet he came out still shouting that your law are useless. In front of you, in front of the whole world. Nobody can hide it. In you, it made a useless stupidity of your law, telling you that you yourself don't even know what your law is. Because if you know what your law is, he shouldn't even be there in the first place. The same Binta was the one who said, "Why? How did this man get there? What happened when you were saying all these things?" The same Binta was the one that said, "Okay, take this man back to where you got him from and then let's have a case." What have you done? Nothing. In the last 4 years till now, what have you done? You have piled up more evidence against you. Because if there is any system that has justice in this world, brings up this kind of case from the president to the local government chairman, are all matched up to ICC. That's exactly what will happen because you are all accomplices to this evil. Nobody is saying anything because he feels, okay, reach us. Let's continue milking this country dry, milking them, don't worry. Nothing's going to happen. But you get where you go bribe rich, you go end. That everybody that tried to speak up, they take them down. Look at our PM. They try to shut him down. Unfortunately, you can't even shut him down because Wahala self pass Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Wahala is way times 2. You can't even shut him down. No matter how you try. Biafra is a huge bone in your throat. You cannot swallow. The only way you can do is to spit it out because you can't swallow it. It's too much to swallow. So I advise you, Nigeria, if you know what is good for you, do the right thing. Whatever you have, if you want to Islamize your entire West, it's your business. Keep your whatever, it's you people's business. But leave Biafra out of it. And you see that sit at home, it will happen. It will happen. Because you cannot take any life and expect no reaction. We are not animals. We are not chickens. We are human beings. We have voices and we can speak. We have reflex actions. And our actions, this is our action. It will happen. Biafrans, this is the time for you. You heard the APM. It is the time for us to stand up and fight. Fighting is not keeping quiet. Fighting is not letting you be bullied. Nobody can bully you. Go and check your history. You know who you are. When we don't tie that red cloth for our head, tie them for our hand, carry our cutlass, who won't face us? These are the kind of people we are. We don't take shit. We should not accept this. We are not animals. You don't just slaughter people like common chicken and anything just like that and expect us to keep quiet. Look at what Sister Nkiru is saying about a boy. People are being massacred in their thousands. They've derived a new way now. Tanker. Now, even to waka for street, if I see tanker, I would give them space. Because you don't know what they are planning. They've started using tanker drivers. All of a sudden, 100 people die. 90 something. It started, I think it started in Warri. That was where the first one blew up. Yeah, it was in Warri. From then, it started going round. Over the last couple of months, they've killed over 600 or 300 and something people. And nobody is even saying, now, in the same place, won't you bring up an inquiry to ask, why is this happening? Nobody is saying anything. Because your life don't matter to them. To them, you are just a commodity. Of course, after all, you are Commonwealth. What that means is you are just, part of somebody's estate. So whatever happens,
So we are all
you're a private
commodities,
property.
no?
It doesn't concern.
We are commodities.
Yes, now they sell you, buy and sell. That's what you are. So somebody is somebody's estate. You are in somebody's estate. You don't matter. They can just do away with you. That's what it is. Commonwealth of the Great Britain. God forbid. I am no longer part of that. I am proud to be a Biafran. If you never catch you call yourself in Nigeria. Take that passport. Cross Muritala Airport to Ghana. Don't go anywhere else. Abroad is too far. Ghana, your neighbor here. And see the way they will treat you with that passport. That's to tell you, even your neighbors don't value you because you yourself don't value yourself. It is a shame when you carry that passport outside and somebody is trying to tell you this is what your problem is. You are calling them terrorists. Shouting, proscribed leader of proscribed indigenous people, but yet Boko Haram is rehabilitated to be put back into the proscribed people. I don't understand. Boko Haram is not proscribed. The ones that kill people, rape, steal girls, send them into sex slaves and all that, they are not proscribed. But the people who are shouting, we don't want to be killed, are proscribed. It's heartbreaking, Sha. Let me use my mic here. There are lots of hands here. Thank you, Sister Stella.
Thank you, sis. Who's next? It should be David. David, are you there? Before we go to
I think it's Brian. No,
Please,
It's me, not David.
please. Brian.
I am.
Dr.
I am the
Brian,
next.
please.
I am the next. I raise my hand before Brian.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I mean, yes, I
you
came here
two
before
entered
you.
first. Hold on. It seems Ife brought information. Hold on, everyone. Go on, Ife.
Yeah. Okay. Good morning, everyone, and all BIAFRANS. This post was 1 hour ago. I picked it 1 hour ago. This is from Imo State. DSP Henry Okori, PPRO. Imo State Police Command investigate threatening message in Umuoba community. Reaffirms commitment to public safety. It has come to the attention of the command that the following message was posted in Umuoba community, Irete, Owerri West local government of Imo State, Fulani herdsmen. Fulani herdsmen, we are coming. Wait for us at any time, at any moment now. Wait for us. This was posted from a police PPRO in Imo State. So if you know this place now, Umuoba community, this was posted by Fulani people threatening the community that they are coming, so that they will get the message. Thank you.
Yeah, Ife, let me buttress what you said. Truly, there was an incident some 2 days ago that I had. Someone called me from Irete that they actually, some Fulani herdsmen attacked a man who was building his house in that community, and they killed the man. So I think the community retaliated or something like that. But yes, that thing actually happened. There was an attack in Irete. They killed somebody. And
But this
the
one is
Irete
new.
people
This one is
actually,
new today.
yes, this happened. Yeah, this incident that is bringing this threat from the Fulani happened. It was what linked to it some days back. They called me. They killed a man who was actually building his house. He's a carpenter, I think. He was building his house and they attacked the man and he died. So that community, I think the people retaliated and went to attack some Fulani people. So the reason why these Fulani now are sending this message is because they want to go back for a counter-attack. Sure, you see the kind of country you find yourself. That Fulani now are now threatening people in their own land. After killing somebody who
Please,
went to his house to build.
Our military should give this information to them. You understand? Since they also told us they are coming, we should also prepare for them. Maybe this is even one of the reasons why we're having this sit at home on the 13th to 14th. You understand? So if they are coming and we are coming, then we'll jam at a particular point. Go on, Enoho.
Okay.
Yeah, so yes, it's actually, I think this information is accurate because for some days back, they chased them out. They called me and they were asking, they were saying that this is what is happening. Do I know people in Liberate? I said, I don't know anybody. You said that this is what is happening, that the Liberate, that community started chasing some Fulani herdsmen because they had killed a man who went to build his house in that area. He was a carpenter and he was killed during his own house, so building his own house. Hi.
It's
It is well.
abomination. This Irete.
Dr. Brian,
He said
I think
the
you are
name of the place is Irete. And
Yeah, can I go on?
yeah, Irete. I think it's in Imo State.
It's
Can
the
I
old
go
Imo
on?
State. Please,
Yeah, old Imo State.
Did I hear my
our
name? Who
BDF
called
should
me?
hear this. So they are planning to go to Irete Umuoba village. Fulani dropped a letter for our people that they are coming to buy us. So our BDF should hear this. So our BLA should hear what is happening. No, please. Okay, who is next?
Okay. Thank you,
Yes, I'm here, Sister
Stella.
Stella. Did
Thank
you call me?
you, Mazaki, Kiru. Thank you. No.
I heard my name,
Hold
Sister
on.
Stella. Did you call
I
me?
think it's before you, no?
Thank
Okay,
you,
I thought that you called
David.
me. I thought you called me. Man.
No. I said
Thank
who's
you,
next?
Onyeka. Thank you, Ife. Thank you, Helen. Everyone here present. I greet every one of us. I thank you. I welcome every one of us here again. I will just rush it to the topic. Terrorists, Musa, stop killing Biafrans, still at home, 13 and 14 in Biafra land. Yeah, I will just, before I come into the topic, I will delve into the Binta Inyako of 13. See, Biafrans, we don't expect anything good to come out from the zoo, and nothing will come out from the zoo. So if you're a Biafra and you're hoping so well on Biafra zoo court for justice to be meted upon us, no. We are not expecting something from there. If you are so relying on Binta Inyako, understand, telling her to do the needful, no, I'm not, and we shouldn't be. Because Binta Inyako has been compromised, not today. And you heard it from the Onion yesterday. She is playing in favor of her own family, who have been subjected under corruption, husband and her son. So she has to dance to the tune of the zoo. That's why you saw all those things parading there. So Biafrans, it is like Yeshua said in the Holy Bible, that it is not the cross that he bears that pained him so much, but the clothes that was stripped of him that pained him so much. So it is not the castration for years that pains Onyendu so much, but it is us, the Biafrans, that he left behind, that he so much believed, that he's fighting for, that he sacrificed everything he had, freedom, family, parents, that are the ones that are causing him so much pain. By not standing behind him solidly, by not fighting outside the court for him, because our actions will warrant the speed release of Onyendu. Our actions will warrant, as we put the zoo, make them uncomfortable, make their system uncomfortable, just like when a prime minister was here with us. Every of his actions, every of his pronouncement echoes to the ears of the zoo, and it makes them restless. So Binta Inyako, of whatever her name, nomenclature is, will do us no favor if we don't do ourselves the favor. So, citizens of Biafra, the pain of Onyendu, his years of being there, is being caused by us. We let it happen, and we must stop it. To stop it, we must do extraordinary things. We must be most brutal in our dealings with the zoo, and in dealings with those that fall out, in dealings with any man or woman that will start on the way of curing this madness, because it is a madness. So it is not the court that has no jurisdiction over his case that causes his pain, that causes him pain. Besides, the zoo and the breeding are now being Islamized. Breeding today is passing a law of blasphemy into the British Parliament. You know what it means? To give the Islamic world that seat, that way power. So what do you expect if they in their own country is doing that, moving for that? Do you think they're going to listen to you? We are the ones holding ourselves down. We are the ones that will end this madness. We will fight it once and we will end it once. It's quite unfortunate that morons, murudas, saboteurs, parasitic human nations, human creatures has been into us, infiltrated us to slow the missions down. But it remains us that will still put an end to those that have been doing us 6 steps backward. No time of reading history. No time of telling you who you are. We have told these stories for years. This is the period of an action. The period to show that you have the soul, the heart to fight. Because what weakens a man is that the fear of death. If you put the fear of death first before you will never achieve, you will never fight your enemy. What you see today happening in Ebony State is not something we never expected, we never envisaged. It has been there. There are the poorest states from which these people operate from. Time of ab initio, from the very beginning of David's mind, they all operate from there, killing stuff from there when it comes to our land. So it's still us that fought it through the time of mine, when the men were so much active, when the house were no more much divided, when we spoke and with one voice, when we all contributed towards one cause, when we all have our vanguard champion, we all championed the quest, as in the quest of Biafra. Today, we are the ones holding this down. No one will give you freedom. No one will set you free. Not even the rest of America if you do not do anything. You are the one dying, you are the one losing. So you are the one that wears the shoe, you know, where it pishes you. If you allow what's it called again? Those that are not being elected by Biafrans, by those of the governors of thereabout, to dictate for you, to come to your aid, to come to your cry, to come to your rescue, you all will die, and nobody will remain. Forget not that Oyendu say that they will kill us. At the end, Biafra will come. We are not celebrating the dead. We mourn, but in our mourning, we have to show action. You don't keep mourning. You don't wear this. There's no time of wearing black clothes, showing mourning. We don't do that. If a soldier goes down, you move ahead. We must forge ahead. Today, even as much as we are trying to embark on sit at home, people that you want to call your brothers or whatever they are still coming out to tell you there's not going to be sit at home. As if the death of those people, death doesn't mean anything to them. These are the things, these are the people, these are the actions that are so painful, that are causing pain to the heart of Onyendu and the Prime Minister, wherever he is today. Not the incarceration, but your inability to act. Your inability to take an action, to realize who you are, to fight the way you have been fighting for. The way you have been fighting for so long. That is what is causing them pain over there. That is what is still keeping them. You must do something. And that thing must be carried, must be done now. If there is no fight, there will never be separation. If there is no quarrel, there will never be peace. I got not talk, I know a war. So these things that have brought the fight to us, we must fight for separation to come. But if they give you fight, you keep running, there will never be settlement because he never fought back. Remember, they told Onyendu, go and start something. But today, we are privileged that Prime Minister started something. Would you rather see it start which he started? To quench, to be extinguished? Or would you rather put it in flame? Let that fire be flabbergasted, everywhere. Understand? Let's put the sukkah, let's put the fire on. Biafrans, it's quite unfortunate. Some people, some Marudas are bringing a voice that was played during the early day of this mess, using it at this very point in time, at this very time, to use it to counter the sit at home. What does that shows you? What does that tell you? It is still the same approach, the same way the DOS carried out to counter when they were paid 40 million. The same approach. But after today, after this week, Thursday, Friday, the question is, what other means are you going to use to stop this? So citizens of Biafrans, home and abroad, we are the ones that are holding Onyendu. We're the ones that are holding Prime Minister. We're the ones that are causing them pain because they have this strong, what they call it, mental strongness or whatever. I don't know if I've got an adjective to qualify that. To withstand the fire coming from the incarceration. But their heart will be always pierced when you are doing nothing. We remember those olden songs the military always sing when they go to the battlefield. Remember who you're dying for. When they remember who they are dying for, when they remember who their freedom is being denied of, what will come to their mind is, what are they doing? And if you're doing nothing, it will pain them the most. So it's still time, citizens of Biafra at home, as our defense Minister of Defense, Chief of Defense, has resumed his mission. We must do the needful. Support them by donating. Support them by obeying the civil disobedient. Support them by paving way. Let them go and combat these people like they usually did. Because the zoo have taught in their own cabal, within them circles, that they have conquered us, they have won the battle, they have subjugated us, they have weakened us. But Thursday and Friday, we tell them we'll never die. Thursday and Friday, we tell them we are putting our ass together. It baffles me when I see some idiots in the name of United States of Biafra and the Google 27 and the stupid, most of them jubilating that sit at home is being cut off. I pray to EKID. May he jump the whole 40 states of Biafra and come to your domain. So that your household in Biafra land will witness what other ones have witnessed. It is never a cause. Understand? But sometimes you will pray your affliction be felt by those that mocks you. Since they have no sense, since their common sense have taken away from them, let that what happened to Koma people and the rest of Biafran land, the Biafra families, happen to their families. It is never a bad prayer. It is a good prayer. Because when a child refuses to have sense, when a child refuses to reason, we don't spare the rod to spoil the child. We set out the brain immediately. So citizens of Biafra, 4 years of incarceration to 5 years of incarceration for Onyendu, and that of months of our Prime Minister, causes them no pain. as much. But what causes them the pain is us. Our inability to act, our inability to be brutal. But thank God, something is going to happen. Thank you. I rest my case.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother Brian. Okay, David, you can go ahead now. Dr. David?
Sister Nkiru, I think it's Mazi Okudunamba.
Mazi Nkudunamba. Okay. Sorry, Mazi.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. Thank you, BIAFRANS. Am I coming out?
Yeah.
Okay. All protocol duly and humbly observed. My ladies, thank you for your good works. Thank you for taking this challenge, and I really appreciate it. My comrades and ministers, I greet everyone. Yes, as we are on this space speaking, we are all fighting. We are soldiers. In the barrack, many people, all of them who wear uniform, not all of them are foot soldiers. They have various departments they are working, but they're all together as soldiers. So as we are fighting, all we need to be saying is what will be encouraging those who are counting on us, what we give them confidence that we are fighting for them, and also enable them to support us. So that is the ways we are going to be speaking, and also supporting those foot soldiers financially, which is most important. Any word that discourage those who are listening to you to give up shouldn't come from us. Please, I'm begging our people, no matter what, our words must be encouragement. If we want to speak any other, not on public, because there are those who are listening, especially those in Biafra land. That one is aside. Sit at home this 13th and 14th is very, very important. And I love that date, that Friday that is inclusive. I want our Biafrans people to understand something now, because it will no longer be regarded as ignorance. It will no longer be seen as being ignorant. At this juncture, with evidence beyond reasonable doubts, based on words and actions, for you to know if you're a Biafran, to understand that the only governments, the only people who are fighting for you are anybody that is intact in that government. Our Prime Minister led, he was invited. Those who maintain that track that lead to Biafra freedom, who are supporting our defense forces. But any other body that following any other thing, claiming is fighting for Biafra, it will no longer be ignorant if you continue following that person, because the evidence is enormous. Okay? Only DOS Nigeria counters sit at home because they are working for Nigeria. Even they paid them 40 million to stop sit at home through the Mapawales. Only them, because they're working for enemy. So any other person again who come now to counter sit at home, issued by our defense forces, that our Prime Minister is the Commander-in-Chief, and our acting Prime Minister, anybody who tell you there's no sit at home, when we put sit at home to mom our fallen Biafrans killed by our enemies, that person is evidently your enemy, and is worse than the external enemy. The person is worse than Fulani and those who are coming to kill our people in our lands. Yes, that group that are following our enemies, doing what is contrary to what our government is doing, is your enemy. I don't need to go further on that, because you can't tell me that you are ignorant, because it has played out obvious to the extent the 5-year-old child will understand that these people are not working for the interest of Biafran people. So if you still stick on that, I won't see you as somebody who is ignorant. I consider you a enabler who is fully aware of what you are doing. Is a deliberate, and the deliberate action can never be forgiven by me. Thank you. And again, you see, I want our Biafrans to understand how imperative it is for us to exit. How imperative. You know, Osman Dan Fodio conquest against the Hausa people that made Hausa people lost everything they have today, only their language left. If not the way our Biafra freedom fighters, our Prime Minister exposed their intent to introduce Fifu there as the general spoken language in the north, even to be used at school, that we then eliminate Hausa language. They support that in that aspect. Today in Hausa land, even the councillor, I don't think you see a councillor that is a Hausa person. Even all the emir, that the emir is not title, or indigenous title, that is Fulani. All the emirs in the north are Fulanis. Those who were Hausa people before, they find one with the other, they kill them, and when they kill them, they replace them with a Fulani person. That is the conquest, how they subjugate and emasculated these people. And the scenario is being played out now. And in a way that's not everybody who, if you don't pay attention properly, you will not get it. Okay? Using them to conquer them. Using those they see, why I'm using this word, they see who speak your language, who bears your name to conquer you. Why I'm saying so is not everybody who speaks your language is part of you, is connected to that foundation. What makes you a Biafran person is your connection to the foundation, led by the progenitors of that land. What I mean foundation, your blooded connection. You can be speaking any of the Biafran dialects, language, and bear name, but you are not connected. So, but your connection would be outside Fulani or Yoruba. It doesn't make you a Biafran. And this kind of people, whenever something is happening to those true Biafran by blood, it will not pay them. They won't feel it because they are not connected to that soil. That is different between those who answer them and speak Biafran language, but they're not Biafran, a true Biafran person. So what are they doing? What are they doing now? Asking the governors to appoint traditional rulers. Look at the danger behind it. Danger. I want you to see it. The governors you see today, who appointed them? If you're still thinking that you are voting, put any governor there, that means you are deeply delusional. Okay? So that election is just to convince you. And whenever, peradventure, maybe mistake, somebody who is not the right person announce winner, they will cancel it. When they cancel it, they will draw the attention of the person to court. When they say you go to court, by then they will use that avenue to table you their distance, what you will do. Then if you accept it, they will call you back. It happened to Uti. When the other Labour Party, because the other Labour Party then, we won on that Labour Party, they cancelled the winning. Then he went there to take allegiance to the caliphate, to serve their interests, not to attack Fulani, not to speak against Fulani, before they give him back. That is what is being played. And now that governor that is appointed by this enemy, they will like to give him, they also choose to give him the list of those who will appoint in his government. No, they may not give him all, but anybody who they see that will not serve their interests, they will not allow him to put that person. Or they will give him, and any list they give to him, he will not reject it because they appointed him. So now the governors will be appointed traditional rulers, of which I can hit my chest to tell you, most of them are not indigenous to where they are traditional rulers today. Most of them don't even know the custom and tradition of the land they occupy. Some of them are traditional rulers from Abuja, from abroad. Okay? Now in this aspect now, the cabinet, the kingmakers in that village now no longer have power to remove the person because he's appointed by governor. Before a long time ago, I remember when any governor or president visits any village, he first of all pay homage to the palace of the elder, traditional ruler of that land, before he go into the functional ground. And when he's about going, he also pay homage. No traditional ruler visits governor, nor visit president. But today, reverse is the case. Why? They have reduced their power, the governor appoint them. And the governor is serving the interest of those who appointed him. Now, they will serve the interest of those, the governors, for the interest of those who appointed him. Now, what are they using the professionals to do? All of them are no longer for the interest of the people of the land. They are for the interest of the caliphate. That is underground, grassroots Islamization and Islamization. So you see what I'm saying? That is why they will use them to destroy the ancestral presence of the land. The same way they use Soludo to be doing. Don't mind what Soludo is doing. No? I'm deeply against, 100% against all these speculative doctors. I'll be in my platform and speak against them. But I want you to see the another side of it. They are doing. Okay? No country in this world, whether you like it or not, that will win anything in battle without acknowledging their traditional power or the gods and goddesses of the land where they are fighting to secure. If they cripple your foundation, that is your foundation. If they cut you off from that foundation, you are gone. Okay? When Soludo is fighting, that you also, all these like Bishop Onaga and co that work against our leader, kidnap our parents or someone else, fighting against our freedom. Let you also go after those fake pastors. And if you fail to do so, then you understand what I'm telling you now. So all these traditional rulers you see today, they are working for colonization and Islamization because they're no longer speaking against the killing of our people. They are giving land to the Fulanis. I am saying this for you as a Biafran person who rely on anybody appointed by governor, appointed by Fulani government in Nigeria, appointed by local government chairman to speak for you, like the PGs. Then you'll be there, you all die, like Danjuma said. So the first line you have as a Biafran that listen to me today, whether you're home and abroad, is Biafra government in Ezra, led by His Excellency Samuel Njoko and acting Prime Minister, and our defense forces. And I want you today to know this, write it somewhere. Anybody that is claiming fighting with you in this Biafra liberation, no matter the anger, under whatever nomenclature, in whatever shape or form, and the person one day use that language our enemies are using to call us, because your enemy that is fighting against you can use any language against you, and nobody will judge you as we judge you with that thing until the person do investigation. Okay, so when the enemy are calling us kidnapper, whatever, I can understand. I don't see it as anything because it's what the enemy can do to those person they are fighting. But when somebody fighting with you in this and come and use the same language to call you and those who are the backbone of what you're fighting for, that person automatically consider worse than that enemy we are fighting against. Don't allow anybody to take your mind away from this. I'm telling you today. Take it serious, because you can never come and be one. We are fighting, hunting together. We are hunting elephant. You come and say my leg is like elephant leg. Then, if I don't take time, you shoot me and call me elephant. So my people, let us pass these measures properly for our people to know that the only defense line they have is Biafra government and our defense forces. They shouldn't listen to all these criminals that call themselves pastors and traditional rulers and the governors and politicians, senators and the local government chairman, PGs. They are there to work for the interest of Fulani. And some of you will tell me, prove me wrong, that most of them, you can beat your chest, say you know their village, you know their grandfather, their great-grandfather. Some of them you cannot tell. You cannot tell who they are. So this reason, you must be critical in your thinking. You must be very, very observant to know those who are against you and those who are fighting for you, and be vigilant in your various villages, because those vigilantes you see today, like my lady said here, the terrorist attack. Some people think of terrorist attack is only when they throw you bomb, then that terrorist attack. Those Fulani, those that don't go to truck. I was asking people, how many times have you had a state in the north? How many times? How many times have you had that truck tanker burst in the north, but very rampant in our land? And when it happen where people in the populated area. Some tankers can sell fuel of their owner, go area where there's no people and put it on fire. That one, I know that one, they're doing it. But the ones that catching fire in a populated area is a terrorist attack. Those markets are born in our land. Those markets, who are those doing it? Those vigilantes that are not our people among AVG. Those vigilantes, because the thing of the vigilantes, they will be guided, moving around the market, nobody will ask them. They are the one putting fire with those businesses because they want to destroy you economically. Our people must understand this, and if you don't understand this, you're on your own. So what am I saying here? All hands must be on deck in supporting Biafra government. Sit at home, pass this message that if you come out, you are seen as enemy. And if his bullet touch you, nobody will cry for you. Stop listening to anybody who is scattering what we're doing, saying no sit at home. See them as the enemy, and that's who they are. They are nothing but enemy, internal enemy, and see them as worst enemy of yours. Thank you.
Okay. Mazin, put the number. Thank you so much. It looks like these people have already have a mapped out plan. A
Yes,
mapped out
so
plan.
yes. I want to even add to what Mazi just said. Truly, these Fulanis, they are using these appointed rulers, that they have appointed. You go to a place, they will divide the community into two and erect another so-called king or ruler there. And then the Fulani will come, give those ones money and say, we want to graze your land. The incident that happened in Ugweru some years back, Ugweru does not have a king. What I think they have is like a chief or something, because the king is supposed to be under the Irani kingdom. But they have like a so-called king or whatever that they erected for them. So those ones came and told the Ungweris in Murubu State. They came and told the king that they wanted to graze, and gave them a very stupid amount of money. When I mean stupid, the money is so stupid that if you hear himself, vex will daily kill you. And told them that they want to graze. They gave the man. The man allowed them. They entered into the community and started eating people's cassava and all that. When the people challenged, they told them that we've paid your king for the land. And that was how the crisis started. That crisis was for 2 years. People ran away from their houses because these Fulani people started killing and raping them, until them themselves mustered the heart to fight them and chase them out. So when they come in, the first place they will go is to go and meet those so-called appointed kings or rulers, and give those ones stupid, ridiculous amount of money that does not even pay for anything, and say, we just want to come and graze. And they will keep giving that one money, giving him cow, giving him stupid gifts, and that one will throw his eyes the other way while they are disturbing, killing the innocent civilians in the land. And these things has to stop. It is us that is bringing this evil to us. If you don't allow them enter your land, they don't know your land. They don't. You are the ones who will give them passage. You will give them houses. They will now begin to speak your language, telling you it's all about they can communicate. I remember in those days when I used to go and visit my parents when they were alive. There was one particular one that comes that sells what's it called, cloths or whatever. He will see my mommy. Mama Migwa. I told my mother then, I said, you see this particular one, please avoid her. Because the one when we say don't they speak your language, it's a problem. Because the day they would attack you, you will not know. And that's what they do. They will go around mapping out. They will still use the same indigents to map out the area. The same indigents, all in the name of, we are just peaceful people grazing. And then once you collect that money from them, saying, oh, I have a piece of land, I cannot clear my land, bring your cow to come and graze it. That's all. Once they give you that money, they begin to slaughter you, telling you you have given them your land. That is what they do. They have killed thousands with that stupid idea. So Biafrans, be careful. These people are not your friends at all. Their aim is to come and take, they are nomads. They want to take your land. That's what they want, your land. And they will do it using your own people. We have to be wise, though. Sister Nkiru, please, you have the mic. Thank you. Sorry.
And as we can see, the governors they have tied their mouths, instructed, in fact, gave them a condition: if they do anything, they will be in trouble. So this fight is left for, and you can see Biafra land have been very difficult for them. So we must fight on relentlessly. Dr. David, are you there now? If not, I'll go to Mazda K.
Can you hear me?
All right, go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good morning, wonderful BIAFRANS and lovers of freedom all over the world. I appreciate you, Sister Stella, for setting up the space. Sister Nkiru, I appreciate you as well. The institution herself, and now we appreciate your presence. Sister Helen Peters, and all our gallant women who are here on the space. I salute every one of you. Wonderful Biafran, Brian, I see you. Put the number, I see you. 1 million, Mazda K. We are many here. We are many. And that is how it should be. Ife, I see you as well. Agonsi, is this Agonsi not my governor? I don't know, but I see you as well. Messi 334. And I use this opportunity to appreciate the presence of our COS, the most articulate Minister Snow. Thank you for being here as well. Yeah, our own Honorable Bright. Bright is here as well. I appreciate you. Equincy, Obi, Chicago. In fact, we are many here. Lovers of freedom, we appreciate every one of you for being here. Thank you so much. Yes, we must do everything humanly possible to make sure that our freedom, nobody stops our freedom from coming. Yeah, yesterday, before I go to the topic of today, it's very important that we as well talk about what happened yesterday, although we have talked about it on the yesterday space. But it's very important that we understand that what happened yesterday, Mazin Nandekan, in the court of the oppressor, is Mazin Nandekano's signature. You know, Mazin Nandekano has a way of trying to educate the terrorist Nigerian judges and their courts, standing fearlessly before the enemies and preaching the message which EFIK-IBIBIO sent him to do without fear or favor, taking the bull by the horn, courageous, with all amount of tenacity and consistency on his approach towards the freedom of his people. Mazin Nandekano yesterday was a very special day because people will ask, during the time that the DOS were in charge of Mazin Nandekano case, between 2021 that Mazin Nandekano was kidnapped, till 2023 that the autopilot took over the legal team of Mazin Nandekano. There was never a time our leader came out to roar like a lion. Those days you saw Mazin Nandekano speaking vehemently, standing very strong, fearlessly before his enemies. We are the time that autopilot, that we have now collapsed into a government, we are in charge of the legal team. And you ask yourself why. You know, while Michael Zokome and Ifeanyi Ejiofor were responsible for the legal affairs of Mazin Nandekano, then our leader was just being there watching them doing their shenanigans, knowing fully well that he is in the enemy's camp, together with his attorneys, together with his lawyers. But immediately our leader saw that these people have actually taking side with the Nigerian government and will do anything humanly possible to rope him in and jail him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had to suspend that legal team. And after that suspension, going forward, our leaders' court cases were filled with a lot of actions. Our leader was able to come out and speak for our people to understand that the lion is still very much alive and strong. And we appreciate him yesterday for what he did. And it is an encouragement to every Biafran in Biafra land. Those who are very weak in spirit, those who are not supporting what we are doing because of the the questioning of our Prime Minister. Those who their spirit are weak, it is an opportunity for their spirit to rise again. Because even in the enemy camp, our leader is very strong. So we that is outside must also be stronger. In fact, we should be even more stronger than our leader. But unfortunately, our leader is even more stronger than most of us. And that is a good thing that we witnessed yesterday. So we appreciate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for what he is doing, educating the terrorist Nigerian state. And one thing is very important. All these things happen and it's captured on social media. These things can be sent to Alex Top. It can be sent to the international community to explain to them actually. Of course, they know what is actually happening and playing out. That somebody who has recused herself is still forcing the Nigerian government are forcing the same person who has a case against the federal government of Nigeria in order to save her face. They are forcing her to jail a man that is asking for the freedom of his people, which is very, very sad. So Biafran people, having said that, we have 3 days sit at home, 2 days sit at home on the 13th and 14th of February 2025. The reason for this sit at home is to continue the delegitimization process of the terrorist Nigerian state. The Nigerian government, in conjunction with those who they have bribed, connived, and tried to destroy the Biafran freedom. The Nigerian government sent their terrorists out to kill our women and our children. Soft target, send their Fulani killers in our various communities to continue to kill our people. While their stooges on social media are creating a kind of confusion and chaos in the government that is protecting our people. They have continued to kill our people and burn our villages, thinking that we no longer have people who are going to defend us, thinking that they will continue to do their evil shenanigans in our land without having anybody to confront them for that. Because according to them, they have kept our Prime Minister incommunicado. They have caged him in Finland. So therefore, they thought that it is only Prime Minister that he is the one responsible for our, agitation for freedom. Just like they thought that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, when they kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they thought that, oh, they are going to disrupt the agitation for our freedom. The same thing they are thinking now, that our Prime Minister is answering questions to the Finnish authority. They now think that it is time for them to Islamize the whole country, including Biafran territory that are not theirs. They are now sending their killer squad, the military and the police, and the Bubago that they newly recruited through doctor or through the psychiatric patient to go and kill our people in our land. So the Biafran Defense Forces have risen up after they had a meeting of the Biafran Defense Council. And this resolution has been reached that going forward, 13th and 14th of February is a lockdown, total lockdown of all the 40 states in Biafra land. It is very, very unfortunate that the breakaway group are now kicking against this sit at home. But it's very understandable, because if you are not with us, you are against us. If you are not fighting for Biafra, it means you are fighting against Biafra. So this 2 days sit at home is very, very important for you as a Biafra in the homeland. We are using this sit at home to register our anger. We are using this sit at home to demonstrate to the Nigerian government that we as a government, we are still very much in control of our territory. We are using it as well to evict the terrorists that are killing our women, that have killed our women and our children. Everybody saw what has been happening in Biafra land. Even in Anambra yesterday, photos of those innocent Biafrans that were killed and tagged unknown gunmen surfaced online. Their families were crying, even some of them that were, arrested and ready to be killed. Unfortunately, Chukwu Okike Abịama intervened and most of them were released. And their families now were making videos to tell the whole world that these people have nothing to do with kidnapping. These people have nothing to do with unknown gunmen. Then you ask yourself, why would why would the governor, or why would the security officer of a state send out security outfit to arrest people indiscriminately and kill them for just without any investigation? Without any investigation carried out on them to ascertain that they are criminals. But none of such was done. So the governors you have in the southeast are stooges of the Nigerian state. The political players in the southeast are stooges of the Nigerian state. And those who are sabotaging the government of Biafra are also stooges of the Nigerian state, because while we are putting sit at home in place in order to delegitimize the terrorist Nigerian government and the terrorists in our land, these people are fighting against it. These people are kicking against it. What do they want to achieve? Of course, they are for the government of Nigeria, and that is why they must always align with the government that is sponsoring them, with the government that is bankrolling them. So it is now very, very clear for every Biafran to understand that the only people who are fighting for this freedom is the Biafran Republic government in exile under the leadership Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpanjoku, who unfortunately is not here with us. But the Biafran people, the Biafran government, the Biafran cabinet was able to elect an acting Prime Minister, Ogechukwu Nkere, who is now in the acting capacity representing our Prime Minister and doing the needful. So every Biafran in the homeland must respect this sit at home. During this sit at home, even flies are not expected to be seen outside. Cockroaches are not expected to be outside. Biafran should respect it and make sure that they stay miles and miles away from the terrorist abode, from checkpoints, police stations, military barracks, and secretariat, and even their law courts, because the defense forces have issued the indefinite suspension, re-echoing the indefinite suspension of all these federal courts, all these Nigerian terrorist courts in Biafran land, because these are avenues that our people are being used to to intimidate and kill our people. So therefore, we have restored our nation. We have declared our nation. Nigeria is no longer welcomed in Biafra land. Anything that concerns Nigeria, we have to evict them from Biafra land. And starting on the 13th and 14th. So if you are a Biafran, you have these days to go and shop, do whatever you want to do, buy whatever you want to do, you want to buy, to make sure that your family did not stay hungry, so that you don't have anything to complain. Oh, the sit at home just came all of a sudden. No, the sit at home had been announced for the past 2 days. This is for Biafrans to use that opportunity to rally round and see how they can sustain themselves, because it is going to rain heavily. Our people have died enough. If we don't demonstrate to these people that we have a government, that our defense forces are also active, they are going to continue to, to kill our people. Look at what Soludo is doing in Anambra State, killing our people. Look at what Hope Uzodimjo is doing in our state, destroying homes, killing young men and women. Just like the letter that our brother Ife read here, where the Fulani are threatening us in our own land. My brothers and my sisters, this is unheard of. You come to my community, they gave you a place to stay. You now have an opportunity. You have the courage. You have the impetus to wake up and write a letter that you are going to attack my community, a land that never belonged to you. So Biafrans, this is time to wake up. We have been saying it for a very long time. All these people that we gave opportunity, we allow them to come to our various communities, allow them to rent one-room apartment and bring their brothers from north, east, west, north, and south, and bring them to our communities. You see them selling sugar cane. You see them selling a shining shoe. You see them being megad in our various houses and our communities. These people are foot soldiers to these Fulani herdsmen and all these police, all this military who are killing our people. These are the people who are giving information how the community is structured, how they're going out and coming in of our various communities. The time has come for us to continue to evict them from our land. If we don't rise up against these people that are living with us, we will continue to experience killings. We will continue to experience kidnappings. We will continue to experience disappearances in our communities. These people are responsible for all the atrocities that is happening in our various communities. Unfortunately, as well, most of our brothers and sisters are joining them because of the little money that they are gaining from them. Because there is nothing that you can tell me that we have our PGs, we have our community leaders in our various communities, and all these people will have that impetus to speak against the unity, the love that our various communities have enjoyed for a very long time. I don't think such things happen without having something to do with all those political players. So all these our Ezes and Igwes in our various communities are responsible for all this atrocity that all these people are committing in our communities, because they gave them the right, they gave them the privilege to do the havoc that they are doing. And it's time the youth of our various community rise up to challenge these people and make sure that we stand our ground and chase them out of our various communities. We have to, the freedom has never been given. As long as we continue to harbor these people in our communities, we will continue to experience all these killings. We will continue to experience all these disturbances that we have in our various communities. But thank God we now have a government. And I believe this information, this threat that is coming from these Fulani Marudas has gotten to the table of our Chief of Defense Staff, Igwe Butuza, and all the Biafran defense forces in our land. My wonderful people and lovers of freedom, we have a responsibility. Every one of us saw the zeal of our leader while he was speaking yesterday. We have a responsibility to continue to stand our ground, to stand very strong, to make sure that we evict these terrorists from our land. That responsibility is for you and I to contribute and support the government, because we don't have any financier. We don't have any country that is supporting us. It is from the $50, $100, $500 that we are contributing, that our defense forces are using to do the needful. But it is not being enough. That is why we must support this government wholeheartedly. And that was why we are complaining when our brothers and sisters now left what we came here to do, and they are now chasing shadows. They are now donating to charity organizations and all the rest of them. It doesn't augur well for our freedom. So we must now come together, channel our resources, channel our funding towards one goal, because it is our actions and activities that can be able to force these people who are holding our leaders to release them. It is how we react towards these days, these months that the Nigerian government are killing our people. This month that Nigerian government, through the actions of the British, have kept our prime minister incommunicado. It is how we react to delegitimize Nigerian government that will force them to release our prime minister. It is the same way how we react in the homeland that will force the terrorist Nigerian state to release our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Outside these two strong men of our generation, do you know that you and I will never ever be allowed to access? Even before you and I come back to our various communities, you will see Fulani taking over. You will be even seeing Emir in our various communities. But thank God, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and our Prime Minister, we are here to make all these things impossible. Even at that, the terrorists are not backing down. They are not stopping, because they have the backing of all the Islamic nations in this whole wide world. That is what people should understand. You want every Biafran to understand that they fight for our freedom. We know it was not going to be easy. I remember what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, that it is going to be the last miracle on this planet Earth. What it means, you know what it's a miracle? When something is miracle, it means that everybody never expected it to happen. Something that is unexpected. So now, with what has happened recently, a lot of people are even losing hope that Biafra will not come. A lot of people are losing hope that, oh, that this is a fruitless chance, a fruitless journey, or a wild goose chase. No! Chukwu Okike Abiama has a way of doing his things. He knows the reason why he brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He knows the reason why Mazi Simon Ekpa came on board. And he knows the reason why we are in this situation that we are today. But one thing is certain. Biafra is the land of Chukwu Okike Abiama himself. Biafra is the heaven on earth. Biafra's glory will be taken by Chukwu Okike Abiama himself. And that is why he's just like making it look like it is difficult. But at the end of it all, Biafra must be restored so that onye ọbụla ga-agba aka wee sị, eh? So after all these things, after all this fight, after all this social media propaganda, after all this sabotage of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, the government, after all these killings of our commanders and all the rest of them, after all the money that the Nigerian government pumped, after all the international diplomatic overtures that was made by the British government, that the people of Biafra got their freedom without any nation supporting them for it. They funded their liberation right from the beginning to the end. That is a very big miracle that Nigerian government earmarked $20 billion to stop you and I from being free. And everybody that you see today fighting against this freedom have gotten his cut from the $20 billion. So you as a Biafran, if they give you 20, even $10 million to stop Biafran from coming, to do your own bit, to see what you can do to stop Biafran. Most of us have done it in the past. Most of us will still do it. And those who will do it are those who don't have the spirit of Biafra in them, because that money will eventually someday. How will you eat the blood money? Where a lot of people have died at this process, where a lot of communities have been burnt down. Look at what happened at Okwama. What is their crime? Odi, what is their crime? Ogoni, what is their crime? What are the crimes that we, the Biafran people, have committed on this planet Earth that have made the whole world to turn their back on us? That the Britain that want to annihilate us, that have made Nigerian government to go every length, including hiring machineries outside Africa, in order to stop you and I from being free. You have not asked yourself, there is something that is so peculiar, so interesting and so important about you being a Biafran. One of the things is that you are a choosing generation, a product of Chukwu Okike Abiama himself. In his image and likeness, he created you for a reason, for you to praise him, to worship him in the best way as it was done in the olden days. But the devil, but ndị ọjọọ, never wanted that to happen. They don't want you to praise your Okike the way Okike wants you to praise him. And as long as they continue to hold you hostage, you can never praise Okike the way he wants you to praise him. As long as they continue to hold you down, you can never attain your potential as a Biafran. Those things that God, Chukwu Okike Abiama, wants you to become, you can never become it, irrespective of anywhere you are all around the world. And the world have seen the blessings of Chukwu Okike Abiama in our land. They have seen the minerals. They have seen the intelligence. They have seen the technical know-how. They have seen the craftsmanship of Biafrans. They have gone around all the 40 states of Biafra land, even when Biafra land was not yet, the map had not been designed. The West, they know what is contained in our land outside the minerals. They know that we are a special breed of humans. Why was it that during the war they were searching the people during the slave trade? It was only Biafran that were the highest sought after. Why? There is something special about you. There is something special about me that they never wanted to manifest. And as long as we continue to fight ourselves, as long as they continue to give you money to fight against your freedom, we can never get to that point of attaining that potential that Chukwu Okike Abiama imbibed in us. And that is why we, the Biafran people, being awakened by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, sustained by Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, we have seen the light in us. We have seen who we are. Anyị amatago ndị anyị bụ na anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke. It is time for us to take that which belongs to us. And the time to do it, it is now, because Nigerian government are also doing their bit to make sure that they Islamize, because that is the project that they have designed for a very long time. Even before 1914, they wanted this accomplished. And the only region, the only race, the only people that are preventing them from Islamizing the whole of Africa is the Biafran people. And we are the only race that never tolerates nonsense from any person or group of persons or any nation. We will always fight for what is right. We are the only people that will never allow our rights to be trampled upon. Some people can be living and dying in silence, but Biafran people are known for their courage, for their strength, and for their fearlessness in defending their own and standing for their rights. And that is why Biafra must be restored in our own time, because Chukwu Okike Abiama have destined that this generation of Biafrans will witness the total liberation of Biafra from the terrorist enclave called British and Nigeria. It is very, very important. So Biafrans all over the world, we must support this government. We must continue to preach to our people to understand the reason why the terrorist Nigerian government are doing everything humanly possible in Biafra land to stop us from being free. Ask yourself, is it only in Biafra land that you have people are being killed? Why is our land so special that the whole military are in our land under occupation, whereas in the north they are killing people like no man's business, like animals, like chickens, and nobody is even looking that way? In southern Kaduna, people are being killed. In Benue State, IDP camp have taken over buildings, taken houses. As a matter of fact, there are children, people who have lived in IDP camp for 9 good 10 years. Yet, the international community is feigning ignorance of what is happening, because Nigeria is an Islamic state, and because your life does not matter to them. That is why they will not speak on our behalf. But we, the Biafran people, you see, in these communities, in this state that I mentioned, do you not have people who are living in those areas? Why are they not speaking? Why are they accepting the killing of their people? They can only write and they keep quiet. Nobody is spearheading. Nobody is bringing himself to fight for the freedom or to fight to stop the killing of their people. Nobody is doing that. Our own land, Biafra land, between 1967 to this time, we have risen. Our eternal leader Jumogu Ojukwu rose and spoke against the killings, the intimidation, the annihilation of our people. That led to the genocide that happened between 1967 to 1970. 1999, Ralph Wazirike took it upon himself, because we are the only people that are consistently defending our rights and the right of our women and our children and speaking for our people. Wazirike took it upon himself to speak for the plight of the Biafran people, the killings that is also happening. Why did Wazirike give up? Because our people betrayed Wazirike, and the commanders of Wazirike were brought to him while he was still in prison, and Wazirike gave up. Even at that, even at the intimidation, even at the jailing of Wazirike, did he stop Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from picking it from where Wazirike stopped? No. And today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was also kidnapped from Kenya. In order for you to see the atrocities of the Nigerian state, Nigeria knows the penalties, they know the punishment, they know the consequences of international kidnapping. They know. British even know. But because they want to stop you and I at all means, they have to go to Kenya to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And when they did that, they rejoiced. They married, thinking that that is the end of the road for us. My brother, was it the road? Was it the end? Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, took it off from there. This is to tell you that there is nothing that can stop the emergence of Biafra. Nothing. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Like our leader said. So we must support our government. These terrorist activities by Musa must stop in our land. We must stop Musa from killing our people. We must stop Musa from terrorizing our communities, killing our women and our children, and burning our properties. We must stop that. It is our responsibility to make sure that we stop Musa from carrying out these genocidal activities in our various communities. And it is not only me that we do it. It is a collective effort. Everybody's hands must be on deck. We must support our government because we have a defense force. We have people who are going to defend our land. What is needed is the materials to work, to do their work diligently. And that materials are capital intensive. And that is why we are appealing to our brothers who are living abroad, who God has blessed, that can be able to embrace the special IOU loan so that the government can execute and prosecute this asymmetric war that the terrorist Nigerian government have brought to us. Because we certainly know that we are going to win this war, because Chukwu Okike Abiama said, according to our leader, that Biafra will be gotten with truth. And we have been truthful in all we are doing. Our Prime Minister have been truthful, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been truthful, and our government as well have been truthful. So we are standing on the path of truth. And it is that truth that will lead us to freedom. So Biafrans all over the world, let us continue to support our government. This sit at home is something that Biafrans in the homeland must embrace. Ignore whatever anybody is telling you that there is no sit at home. Ignore it. Because if our Prime Minister was to be here with us, it wouldn't have been 2 days sit at home. It will be a 1 week stretch sit at home. It will be even more than 1 week, because the life of our people matters to us. Innocent people who travel to the homeland to enjoy their Xmas were mowed down, butchered. Nigeria also brought used what do you call it, suicide bombers to kill our people, using their Dangote tankers to kill our people as well. And we cannot fold our hands and watch them continue to do that. While you have your political leaders, you say they are governors, they are representatives, senators, reps, and local government chairmen, while they are doing nothing. The only bill they can pass is to call Anambra State a Christian state. The only bill they can pass is to call those who are practicing tradition ritualists, whereas the other people are not being penalized for all the atrocities against our people. So the sit at home on the 13th and 14th is something that everybody must take seriously. We must defend our land. We must make sure that we protect our women and our children. So you have an opportunity of buying whatever you want to buy and go to your home on the 13th and 14th. Make sure you cook ofe egusi or you cook nkwobi. Stay in your home and allow the angels to do their work, because that is the responsibility. That is the work that they were sent to do. You had Rocks and Holy Ghost said that they were choosing before they were born to come and get freedom for you and for me. So we are not asking for men to do the job. The men to do the job is here. What we are needing, what they need, is just the finance to be able to give them all the things that they need so that Biafra will eventually be free from the terrorist Nigerian state. And I believe it will begin on the 13th. The message will be sent from the 13th so that they will understand that irrespective of where our Prime Minister is, irrespective of where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is, that our government is equal to the task and Biafra must be restored. Thank you so much. I salute each and every one of you as I yield my mic from here.
My prof, you will have continued now. He deserves double clapping. Oh.
Abby, thank you, Mazi David. That was a very wonderful submission. You really deserve that applause. Thank you. Yes, my people, we cannot emphasize enough. People at home, we cannot.
My prof. Okay. As you
Please, please. Says thank you. Please, you can go ahead.
okay. Thank you. Okay, before Master K goes on, I wanted to say something. That thing don't skip my mind. Okay, Master K, you can go ahead. When I remember it, I will. Oh, but our honorable is here. I'll wait for our honorable to go ahead first. 555. Okay, my dear. 555 Vision. Welcome. You're welcome to the space. You can go ahead, please. Before Master K.
Okay, please give me 2 minutes. Somebody should come up. Give me 2 minutes. Let me say one.
All right then.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's okay. You can be speaking now while we wait for him.
Please, can someone just go next? I'm on a very hot seat.
Hey.
What
Okay.
happened, Master K? You find a hot seat.
Wait till they put fire for your bum bum.
Well,
Fire did you? Fire did you?
very good.
I beg, I need that block for that too. Can I go, my people? I beg, may I quit doing before I go back to what I'm doing? No, please. I have a lot at hand now.
Okay, hello.
Listen, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, my people. Good
You
afternoon,
can go
everybody.
ahead, but okay. Go
Can you hear me?
We can. We can.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Sister Stella. I greet you. Good afternoon from here. Dr. Nkiruka. Greet you. Dr. Ella. No, Professor Doctor. Hello. I salute you from here. Dr. David Namna. I salute you. Our Master K. Oh, I've forgotten how our sister pronounced it. Oh, hey God, how am I going to be remembering that name? That is the beautiful way of pronouncing Master K. You understand? Dr. Master K. You understand? Dr. Brian. Master K. You dey thumb that you say you dey hot seat. You want me to put more fire? It is well. It is well. Oh, our minister dey here, 555 Vision. Those are doctor, triple doctor for that matter. I salute and hallelujah. Thank you. I salute everybody here. Mercy 334 Charles. Our minister dey here, COS. Do you know when I want to pronounce that COS? It gives me a kind of goosebumps.
Including me.
I'm afraid now. I think we should look for something else to replace that COS. So me, I'm tired. In fact, that name has given us a problem, you know. So that is it, but not for our minister here. You understand? There are people with dignity. There are people that are well coupled with what is going on. You understand? There are people that have great heart for this freedom, that no matter the storm, they will never fall apart. These are the people that we have. Our minister is here. I should go down first. His hand is up. 555 Vision. Do you want to go now?
Okay, please,
Okay, okay then.
yeah. Okay. Thank you, BIAFRANS. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the good job you are doing. You are keeping the fire burning. I don't know, Stella, greet you, everyone in Kero, Noho, everyone. Helen Peters, David and Nana, listen to that teaching. That is awesome, very beautiful. Mary, talk I go talk now. So, greetings, everyone. So, lovely Biafrans, I just take this 5 minutes now to say hi. And the topic, terrorism. Musa, stop killing our people. Stop killing Biafrans. Sit at home on the 13th and the 14th in Biafran land. It is very good that our people used to say, "No na bi kukukuo, anafo iko okoko." When breeze blow, you go see the nyash of the fowl, and we dey see them now. Biafrans, anybody that is against sit at home, this particular sit at home is really enemy of Biafra. They are speaking Biafra from their mouth, but their heart does not converge Biafra. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu activated sit at home, that was when Nigerian government, Nigerian elites, Eastern governors, all the Eflefus in Igbo land knew that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was very serious in Biafran agitation, which he finally proved 100% yesterday. Before, they used to call him a power monger. They used to call him a jobless man. They used to call him online agitator. They used to call him miscreant. During the time of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they created that language, miscreant. They call every one of us miscreant and the jobless people. Then when they found out that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was very serious, is when he created the defense, ESN, and they activated sit at home. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made every Biafran and the whole world to know that the Fulanis budgeted more than $20 billion to Islamize and take over our land through the Aruga and the ethnic cleansing. Then he told the Biafrans that everybody must be packed in his brain to understand the game. Then he go along asking $1. They say that he is scamming people because he know that as at this moment, Biafra doesn't have that 20 billion to 30 billion. But the most dangerous weapon to get Biafra restored, to let the whole world hear from us that we are crying, is sit at home. Then, when he applied the system of sit at home, that was when Ohaneze Ndibo, Eastern elite, and the Nigerian people get up against him. They begin to look for him. When he was kidnapped, DOS then came and they say they don't support sit at home again through the faceless person called Emma Powerful. When they say they don't support sit at home, Nigeria media endorsed DOS and endorsed Emma Powerful. There is no surname in Biafran land that bears Powerful. You can get Emma, you can get Emmanuel, but no surname can be Powerful in Igbo land and in Biafran land. But as corrupt as Nigeria, they endorsed Emma Powerful because they are against the sit at home. Then our prime minister activated sit at home every Monday with every obligation. DOS countered the sit at home. That's why Nigeria endorsed them. Then our PM says that if he has the kind of money DOS has, by now we are enjoying ourselves in Biafran land. But the DOS divided everything and he began to build everything from scratch. Down to the time of declaration, red chambers, eastern governors, Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, and many of them, then they collide and they call for the arrest of our prime minister. Then, which Ngozi Orabueze is one of the bona fide of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, she made it open. And today, she is very, very proud that Nigeria recognized her as deputy prime minister. Why Nigeria refused to recognize the prime minister as the prime minister of the United States of Biafra? They call him self-acclaimed, but they recognize the deputy unelected. Today, we have seen Ngozi Orabueze, Ugo 247, and many of all the dogs. They are now against sit at home. Sit at home is more powerful than any bullet you can shoot. Nigerian government, Fulanis, budgeted more than $20 billion already on the ground. How much are we donating? But Ngozi Orabueze returned from Finland. She said, come and stop the funding. Stop funding. Which you see the title in this place. Musa, stop killing Biafrans. And Musa said, if you want to get Biafrans to their bone marrow, stop their funding, so that you can be able to kill them. This is what happened. Ngozi Orabueze came back and divided the government, and they carried her own group, which made the Biafran Defense Force crying today. They are telling you that they are now manufacturing the one they can use to defend the land. The money they are donating now is the one now they are using to buy material they will use to manufacture instead of buying already made. But the most dangerous weapon you can use to fight your oppressors is sit at home, because you are at your home. Nobody is coming there to kill you. The most dangerous, when anybody that apply the system of sit at home, you will see how Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, those one Nigerianists, how every one of them will rise against the person. Then you will then know who is speaking the language of freedom, the language of restoration. That's why Ikukuneku and Afrika Okoko, we have seen all of them, both Ugo 247, Ngozi Orabueze, a lot of them, they are against this sit at home. And they are the people who collude with Ngozi Orabueze to divide the funding that made our gallant men to be well equipped. Yet, some people are following them. We saw the other one, humble dog and the humble goat, what they are doing. We saw Kelena, we saw every one of them. The people that came to monetize their pages. This remind me when Mazen Namdekano started new. He says that Nigerian people doesn't have job. He is going to give them job. That Nigerian people doesn't have topic. He is going to create topic for them. That is the first ideology of Mazen Namdekano. Today, if you are calling the name of Mazen Namdekano, you are making money online, whether positively or negatively. When PM came, PM bought to the ideology of our leader Mazen Namdekano. He said he will keep on giving you people topic. That's why when you are listening to these people, you have to be well calculative. Are you listening to the people who is speaking onto the ideology of monetization and getting views? Or are you listening to the people who is telling you the line, the strategy, the template to get to the promised land? These are things we have to know how to differentiate. you will see some people who come, they will draw out a very beautiful image to call people, and they write a good content. That is how you see the name titled content creators. Content creators. They have nothing to offer. Where they go is where they see the news booming. Since our prime minister is not here, that Biafran, program one girl used to do, that have her own program. They call the program, what is the name? That girl, they call the name Voice of the People. Today, do you see them? Because PM is not here. They are the people you have to understand when you are following their own program. Content creators, the people who come to talk, because the ideology of Nigerians was transferred into watching comedies. Big Brother Niger. That's why when you see the people who is doing comedy, they have more content. The people who is talking only about woman and the man affair, they have more viewers. But the people who is bringing the gospel, they will try to overshadow the gospel of truth, the gospel of redemption. So, Biafrans, I have this opportunity. I said, let me just use this opportunity to tell you that sit at home on the 13th and the 14th is to remember the people they killed, Musa, Asari Dokubo, BOS, and NGOZI Orabueze, who disarmed our Biafran Liberation Force. We have to mourn them. And when you abide with this thing, then the language of freedom will begin to speak loud again. That is the only strategy. It is not only bullet and gun, but diplomatic strategy. That is what we have to use. So any of them who is against this sit at home has never supported Nnamdi Kanu before. Any of them who is against this sit at home has never supported Simon Ekpa before. That is the reality. Because sit at home every Monday is sacrosanct. But when there is mass killing like this, DM used to come and instill sit at home so that the whole world will know that the Nigerian recruited Boko Haram in military has come. Ebubago has come and they kill in numbers. Then it will go into record. That is the reason we have to obey the sit at home on the 13th and the 14th. As we are piling everything that is happening down to Washington, D.C. Anything that is happening, our APM is letting the lobbyists to see evidences, what is happening. Trump is aware of what is happening today. All the cabinet members in Washington, D.C., every one of them knows what is happening today. We have our APM. We have our COS. Somebody just suggested here, if there is another name given to people who is handling this office, COS. Because NGOZI Orabueze have rubbished that name, COS. If there is another name, we will also vote to change it and give it to our Snow. You know, so that something different will be happening. But if not, we have our Dr. Snow, who is our COS. We have our acting prime minister, who is speaking inside Washington, D.C. today. So, Biafrans, let us endorse the sit at home on the 13th and on the 14th this month. But Monday sit at home is sacrosanct. Greetings, everyone.
What happened to all the co-hosts? Host, where are you? All your co-hosts, they don't go down. Can I continue?
Yes, so continue.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much for your Wonderful submission, sir. God bless you. Yes, so we have to think of what to do with that COS because I am no longer comfortable with, with it at all. Thank you, sir, for your submission. Like the topic said, because I've greeted everybody before, terrorist Musa must stop. Yes, so he has to stop killing Biafrans and sit at home 13 to 14 in Biafra land is a compulsory, is under, you don't have to adapt it. Anybody going against it, you should know that they are the DOS. You see, these three words now, it's beginning to irritate me. DOS, COS, they are all similar something. You understand? This is the same thing that the DOS was doing. Immediately, our prime minister, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, was kidnapped and renditioned. They have to fight so hard to make sure that they should stop the sit at home. Thank God for our prime minister that stands up. And everybody begin to fight along with him. So, terrorist Musa, do not think you are going to be enjoying that place the way it is now. Because our people are waking up. You cannot leave the terrorists coming from Sahel in the north. You cannot leave them and pardon them, wearing them all sorts of white clothes as if they are now your angels, and recruit them, ship them to Biafra land to come and be killing Biafrans, and you feel very comfortable with that. It will never happen. You see this freedom that we are talking about. Already we have redeclared our nation. You cannot do it. To say you want to come and take over our land and Islamize our people, it will never work again because we are now a nation. Fighting to be restored by all means. So if you think your so-called zoo will be using you against another country entirely, because you occupying our land, you are doing nothing but a terrorist, a criminal. That is who you are. You cannot cross your border to come and be killing our people in the name of we are still remaining one Nigeria. No. The very day we declare our nation, that day you should start respecting us as a nation. But if you feel you can still fight to force us back into that terrorist state, we are going to have it one-on-one with you. We have our liberation army. They are not going to back down. You have killed us enough. You cannot rebrandish your terrorists from the north and ship them to our land to come and be killing and maiming our people, raping them, burning down our houses. So now you are comfortable doing that. Nigeria is no longer the terrorist state that our land is no longer insecure for you now. Because you felt the man that is in charge has been invited. He wasn't the one doing the fight, you know. The Liberation Army of Biafra Nation is the one, they are the one doing it. They are the one liberating our land. And they are still there. They are still there. They are going to confront you. No matter the division that you have brought, by appointing this evil woman called OGOJA Rabusariki to come and divide and weaken our front. You think you are going to go scot-free with it? Or you think NGOZI will succeed? You have used several women to bring this our struggle down before. Did you succeed? No. So what makes you think you are going to succeed now? That you are using OGOJA Rabusariki? Many of our people will know they are gullibles. They don't want to read. Because anyone that goes through the charter will know what to do immediately and know where to fall back to. But because our people are gullible, they don't know what they are doing. Or because this woman will just come up and be blabbing her American accent to them, and they felt it is well. They are all running after her. Thank God for one of them that called on Biafra Unite platform yesterday, where Biafra Unite told them how our Prime Minister told us how we are going to transit into the USB. He said he should play that video and let her hear. And Biafra Unite have to bring out that video, and he played it for her to listen. How many countries are going to recognize us? Foreign countries will recognize us before we can be called the so-called USB that they are claiming that they are. You are in USB. Meanwhile, foreigners are in your land killing and maiming your people. You are in USB. You are not a governor ruling and taking charge of your state. So Biafra Unite opened the eyes of that woman yesterday after playing that video that our Prime Minister spoke about how we are going to transit before we can fully be proud of being a nation. He played the video and the woman was weak. She was like, oh, I didn't know. Thank you for opening my eyes. That was what happened yesterday. And that is exactly what is holding every one of them back in that with that woman. That is what is holding them. They don't know, and they don't want to know. Even when you preach it to them, they are going to turn it upside down for you. Just like what Ugo, what do you call that boy that normally holds face? Just like what he said. That Ugozi or Abu Fulani have the right to bring in the people that our Prime Minister suspended before. Eh? This is how they are turning the brains of our people upside down, and they are being confused, donating money to a charity account, which they know it can never help in the Liberation Fund. They know this, that it can never help. Today, our people are being killed everywhere, being dehumanized everywhere in our own land. Immediately, young men, 2 or 3 young men are together, they will tag them terrorists or IPOB or the Liberation Army itself, just to hang them, nothing more. And somebody will be coming out to challenge that there is no sit at home. Even Ugo 247 that was fighting DOS for sit at home, he's not the one also fighting against sit at home. Ugo 247, who do you this? Wear belle face. Who do you this one? This is just too much. How can you be seeing this and you still have got to argue that? Can't you be silent? At least you should be able to accept some kind of things that you know, if Prime Minister was to be around, he will surely do this. For killing our people innocently, Prime Minister will never take it. Prime Minister will shut that place down. Prime Minister will do it. Prime Minister will shut that. He will shut the 40 states of Biafra down. He will give that command. Ugo 247, you know this. And you shamefully come out to say no sit at home. What the heck? How can you be this? So gullible that you cannot face the truth at once. For once, at least stand by the truth. Even if the woman should come out to say, no, there is no sit at home. You know, if this woman have the power, like she is the one commanding the Liberation Army, don't you think the woman would have given that go ahead of no sit at home? Don't you think so? Ugo 247, what is wrong with your brain? Are you the poorest person that needed this help for charity donor? I don't understand. Why are you people so gullible? Will our prime minister be here today and our people be killing justly? Their houses be burned down. Even terrorists now. I heard when Sister Kiruka or someone else was telling us that the Fulani terrorists have the guts now to write letters to police stations in our own land. Wish you, this evil woman who goes your Abu Sadiki, you are declaring you have governors. Somebody is threatening your people, your citizens now that they are coming to kill them. What has Ugozi come? What command has Ugozi come out to give? For you fools that refuses to go back. For you flies that will follow the corpse to the grave. What action has Ugozi come up to do, to give to you guys? What action? Now you want to counter it, just the way DOS was playing their card. You are not the one the Satan is using for us to not to have our total freedom from the zoo. Even if you hated Prime Minister so much then that you were only pretending to just follow him. Even if you hated your own freedom so much. Seeing our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu yesterday in court, that alone will have given you the mind to say, no, enough is enough. This injustice on us, the Biafrans, is enough. We must fight, we must unite together, no matter who is leading now. Okay, now that the BDF is on this side, let us unite everybody together. Let us fight out and get this freedom. Look, our leader suffering. He's shouting on top of his voice in the court yesterday. What offense has he committed? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not commit any offense, not to God and man, before they went after him, because they want to Islamize you, take over your land and your resources by all means. So anybody telling you to wake up and open your eyes and stand to fight to protect your land, or stand to get out of such a country that wants to go down with the zoo, they have to go after that person. That is the only reason why they have to go after our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, nothing more. And if you may ask, everything that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said concerning the Nigeria terrorist state today, what is it that has not happened of all his prophecies concerning the terrorist state of Nigeria? Is Somalia not better than Nigeria today? Is Somalia, is it not better than Nigeria? If every one of you are giving the visa to travel to Somalia right now, you will willingly grab it and run away. What has this man said? That they want to crucify him for innocently. They want to crucify an innocent man. A Fulani coming from Futajalo is not even an indigenous person from that geographical location called Nigeria. He is not. Fulani coming from Futajalo, coming from Mauritiano, coming from all over African and Arab countries. They are converging in our land, threatening us that they want to kill us. And you guys are there telling us that there is no sin. God will punish every one of you. Standing for this evil to try, God will surely punish you and your generation. Enough is enough. What is happening? Okay, you are in USB. You have your own nation. How are you defending this nation? Can you fools come up to tell us now? Can you come up to just let us know how you are defending it? The number of armies and police that you have that are protecting and defending our land. Can you come up? Because most of you are in anonymous right now listening. Can you come up to tell us? are defending it by sending your money to charity. Is that how you want to defend the so-called your nation? A nation that you have gotten, but you have no say. You have no command over your people. You cannot tell the so-called governors that are occupying the so-called nation that you have to get out of the sea. You are going there. Your governors are going there. We saw your governors in the bush. They must carry in, I don't know if it is Afghanistan flag. Is that where your nation is? Ugoja Seriki Fulani. Is that where your nation is planted now? In the forest? Nigeria is using you to destroy your own people. And you willingly accepted it. Just the way that Bianca Fulani also accepted it. That she can go to Finland and bring his own, pretending to be a Biafran and bring her own blood down. You all will surely pay because history will never forgive every one of you. You see how our leader is suffering. Just for me and you to have this freedom. This man never gave up. He said he promised us that he will never disappoint us. Has he disappointed you? Ugo 24419. Has our leader disappointed you? Or you also hated him before? So you all are there on YouTube creating content in the name of Biafra just to earn your living, isn't it? Because this is what you guys are telling us now. This is what you are telling us now, that you were never for freedom. None of you will ever be for this freedom. Because if you do, at least you should be knowing, seeing the red flags, who go 247, you will sit down and be listening to this woman telling you that your money is going for charity account and you felt comfortable with that. God will punish you. In what time did our leader ever send the liberation fund to charity account that you know you can never cross it over? Can you come out and tell us? Or even our prime minister? So now you have your leader because she's telling you that this is her government. She's on top of every one of them. According to the flag, your governors were demonstrating in the forest because that is where your nation is. You are not hiding, but you cannot go to the stadium in your land to say you are the governor and be marching over there and let us know that you have really gotten your nation. Setback is your name. Ugoja Rabweze. Setback will ever be your name all the days of your life. Setback is your name. So also Adadio Rama, that uses her platform to confuse all these gullibles that are running after this woman today. It will never be well with her. Adadio Rajo, it will never be well with you because we are the one that brought in this confusion that is dividing and tearing everything apart today. You are the one. You know nothing about COS. You don't even know the meaning. That is just a common secretary who is just a clean table or probably write something that our prime minister will send. Go and represent me here because I'm busy, I cannot go there. And she will go. All of a sudden, because our prime minister is not there, you use your platform to promote her that she's the next in charge. And you think it's going to be well with you today? Today you will go back. Tomorrow you go front. You are attacking her at the same time, praising her. It shall never be well with you, even if it is madness that holds you, that you are not in control of yourself. You are going to dance naked in the market for people to know that you have really got mad. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Now the terrorists Fulani headers, they are writing to us now that they are coming. They are already in our land. Our people should not go to anywhere. They cannot even access their farms. Nothing. And now only the sit at home. That if Prime Minister was to be here, we would declare 2 weeks sit at home for this injustice meted on our people. We go 247, you are there to counter it. God will counter your life. That is my submission. I yield my mind.
Thank you. Thank you, Helen. Yes, so you understand? Now, actually, we now know why they are. Thank you. Now we also know why they are not seeing the red flag, like you said. All the red flags, that's been showing to tell anybody whom these people are. In fact, to the extent one day now, God now used somebody, a woman amongst themselves, and called NGOZI DOS. It's enough red flag, If you're waiting for NGOZI to come out to tell you, hey, I am working for Nigeria government. I am working, NGOZI is working for Nigeria government. You will wait till thy kingdom come. Because NGOZI is not coming back. You understand? So continue waiting. Continue to be confused. Or you stay in the middle. In the middle. You're not hot, you're not cold. And you know what Chukwokike said about if you're not hot and cold? If you're not hot and you're not also cold, he will spit you out from his mouth. So continue staying at the middle. You're now waiting for Oyendu to come out. People were waiting for Oyendu to come out. They were sitting on the middle or on defense. Now, they've also called our PM. They now have to wait for 2 people to come out before they look for their freedom. Meanwhile, Fulanis are busy, steady, occupying your land like hell. Now they live among you. Now they are also now writing letter to you in your own land. They are now writing letter to you. Abomination is just going on in our very before, and people are keeping quiet. Biafrans that are supposed to be supporting with their whole strength and with their money, they are keeping quiet. Going to Yoruba Owambe, going to New Yam Festival. They now do New Yam Festival 2 times in a year, just to make sure they forget their trouble. You see, if you like a drink ogogoro so that you forget your trouble. As soon as that ogogoro goes out for your eyes, your trouble will come like rain back to you. I mean, your troubles will come raining back to you. So you better remain sober and support your freedom. You understand? Support your freedom. No wonder. Come and support, Ngozi is doing that, They are not seeing. They have become deaf and dumb and blind on top of it. All the red flag, they didn't see it. You know why? Because they are doing Biafra freedom fights to earn a living. Like our sister said, they are doing it just to earn a living. No wonder. Before 247 couldn't speak. 247 was Nwokburu. You know who is Nwokburu? I don't know who interpreted this Nwokburu. If you know what is Nwokburu, interpret it for us. Kiru, what is another? How can you give me another word for Nwokburu?
A struggling man now.
Struggling man. Thank you. He's just struggling. Who can help him? Who can help Ugo 247? He'll also tell you that he can't even speak. That he doesn't know how to speak at all. Have you seen Ugo 247 make a real good sentence?
Man.
He doesn't even have strength. He used to not have strength. And suddenly now, suddenly, hey, this is a real scam. If you're looking for takia, this is a real takia these people have been using on us. Suddenly, Ugo 247 revamped himself, came out. Ugo started putting beers and chewing bubble gum. Now, when our defense department now declares sit at home, Ugo will open his mouth. Hey, or can nobody say change? Oh, is that the way people change? I will never try. See this fight, eh? In fact, if you are very close to me, I'll be looking at you with one eye. Yeah, because this Ugo used to stay very close to us here in this space. So I will be talking about sit at home. Ugo will talk. Clara Dim will talk. All of them will talk. Hey, if not, I'm fighting for my own freedom too. I'll just abandon everybody and go home and stay.
I'm telling you.
Because I can't be working with. Give me a word for this. Yeah. Give me a word for them. I can't be working with you people.
Oh, no, backstabbers.
Backstabbers, real backstabbers. I will come here and be shouting, hey, what they do and what they cannot do. It does not exist though. The wisdom God have given to his children. Now took over the wisdom. And now started dealing with Umuchukwu Kikabiam. Oh, Jehovah, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? We need a help. This land, you told us to go into the world, multiply, replenish the earth. How come the people that don't know you? How come they have taken over our land? And my people continue to sleep. They have become deaf and dumb and blind. My people now have started doing Owambe. My people have started doing party. They will party in the morning, afternoon they are partying, night they are partying. From Monday to Sunday, Monday to Sunday. That's all they do. They go spraying the money in the air. Every day they will do their birthday every year, birthday twice. Meanwhile, Fulanis, our enemies, are busy taking over our land, occupying our. That is displacing us like hell. Now they will go into people's homes that are sleeping. They will use cutlass, machete, and butcher my people into pieces. Like where a man that sells meat in the market will butcher cow to sell in pieces. They'll chop off the finger, chop off the hand, chop off the arms, all the joints. They begin to cut it off like that on my people. Meanwhile, my people are still there chewing gum. How many is left? How many are you people left? Element. It's shocking. Very shocking that these people are used to stay here in this space, talk from morning till night. Suddenly now say that we are not going to sit at home anymore. Can you imagine? Can you imagine this kind of backstabbing? Can you imagine the level? They are out there only to earn a living with the blood of my brothers and sisters that are being shed every day. Every day. They have divided the money of the defense, of the logistics. It's not enough. Now that we are not telling our people, sit down so they don't continue to massacre you. At least when they go out to look for you, they don't see you. They go back to their barracks. We go 247 and co. And they are now saying no. Come out. Come out. It's not like they have army. Yet last week or this week, sir, they organized 10 people and they were doing marching. Even at that day, Ranger noticed that too and told them that is fake marching. Fake marching, yet they still carried it out. In their whole very before, Clara Dim said he's there watching what is going on. You are so fake, Clara Dim. What kind of a backstabber are you? You are a dangerous person to stay close to. Very dangerous. When you are now supporting Ugo, supporting Ada, not even Ada. Ada, do you know Ada have washed her hands and left you guys? Because I'm sure if you listen to Ada, Ada will be saying, yes, our people sit at home. Guys, go and follow Ada. Find out if she's supporting this sit at home or not. Because that will clear this point again better. It's not like she's good, though. But I mean, I think she's the only person that can see Ogungoze Atorona. that the Makumba NGOZI is doing have not touched. Because if you are that Oranjo is now saying they shouldn't stay at home, then maybe there's a problem for themselves. So because that's why I don't even want to even enter their case anymore. But their case continue to resurface, continue to resurface. Abomination is going on. Now Ugo 247 has become Shine Bobo. Shine Bobo. NGOZI, how much every month is NGOZI paying him as a salary? There are plus the one he's collecting from Nigeria government and the one he's also collecting maybe from Bianco, no, and maybe even from the governors. And you say these people are fighting for freedom with me and you. Hey, abomination is going on. Abomination is going on. Because there's no way our military that have been looking that they remove their logistics. They have been trying to, stand on their feet again. And now coming up to tell you guys, sit at home. Some people are now saying no, they shouldn't sit. And you're telling me those people that are saying no, they shouldn't sit, they are fighting for your freedom. BIAFRANS, if you don't sit down on the 13th and the 14th, anything Nigeria government does to you people, you carry it. Listen, if you're here and you have not shared this space, I don't know why you're here. Share this space, let it go round, so that nobody will say they didn't know this space is on, and then that they didn't hear the information. There's going to be a sit at home 13th and 14th, which is Thursday and Friday. Because enough is enough of Nigeria government massacring Biafrans on the altar of Islamization. And some people are busy telling you don't sit. If you don't sit at home, anything that happens to you outside, you're on your own. I thought I was crying that our military should come out. Our military wants to come out now. Your followers, your colleagues, your brothers and sisters in your people's club are now telling them to come out. They shouldn't listen to the BDF or BLA. Then anything that happens to them, they should take. Is this not extra red flag on this DOS, Madam NGOZI? Is this not extra red flag? If it's not, tell me what it is. Okay, appreciate you. Who spoke last? It was Helen, no? And there was something Professor Enoho said. Enoho said, one thing Nigeria can't do, one very thing Nigeria can't do, is to kill the last man standing. You see this fight, we will fight. We will fight until all the traces of Nigeria in Biafra land will be removed. Because tell me, will it be of any use that we are not fighting so that peace will reign? But it was because peace is not reigning that we started fighting. Because Nigerian government wouldn't leave us alone to breathe, that we started fighting. Because Nigerian government wouldn't allow Biafrans to drink water and keep cup down, that they'll continue to kill us, chopping off our necks, telling us we must be converted to Islam or be killed. And when we have decided we're not combating, we now start defending ourselves.
Sazala, do you notice something? That, sorry for interjecting, that NGOZI till date have not even said anything about MNK court case, because she's bound not to say that because she's working for the zoo. Not even a single post.
Okay. Maybe she has not had you now. She will go and post it.
Do you mean it?
Yes, till now. So she will not even a single
She
post.
blocked me, so I can't even go to her platform.
She will not still post though.
Jesus.
Because she's contracted not to say anything about that. She knows who she's working for. Understand? Now, because the zoo media is no longer talking about DOS, more powerful, they say this, the IPOB said this, now NGOZI said this, now NGOZI said that. Understand? So that is a red flag for Biafra, for her. Another red flag Biafra should look at.
Please, this is not only red flag. This black card.
Okay, which one?
Yeah,
The red flag.
please, can I say something?
Yes, you can.
No, you
Yeah.
cannot. You cannot.
Please, I just want to give one information that I saw that because they say that Igwe Butuzo did not give any seat at home. I don't know if you guys have seen it. That's what he put on S now.
But
Yes, we have seen it already. Just hold on, your turn will soon come. Thank you for
what's
muting.
his name again?
Prince. His name is
What's
Prince.
his
Is
another
it my
person
turn now?
spoken on behalf of
Ah,
Butuzo, no? Please, who's next, my people?
It's
I'm the
me.
one. You not see me waving? Which is you?
Because Kiru, you have the mic.
But since
God.
morning I've been
You
here.
have the
The,
mic.
the stress
I
has been
think
kicking
it's
me out.
Messi 334.
Person wait on the wave when I know they see him. I even the wave.
No,
I
me,
never stop.
I've come here several times as the care, but you know I'm
Yeah,
not to
she
talk
came
too
before
long.
me, please. I
Ah,
think she came
As
before
like
me.
ah.
the
Justice for Master K.
Master
Oh,
K,
you want
ladies
finish
first.
me for you?
Wanda first. Ezibo Wanda
Oh yeah,
first.
make I go on. Thank you, Sister Mercy. Thank you, my host.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Good morning.
Ah,
Good afternoon. Now you they go, you they go. Who they go now? Mazeke, I beg.
Master
I
K,
won't go get ready for work.
Ezibo Wanda first. Ezibo Wanda. I know you also. Two of you are the people that are supposed to.
Mazake,
Nkiru,
Ezigbotu Mwanda,
Nkiru,
or you want to become Mwanda?
Nkiru,
no,
you don't
Mercy
come
now,
back
our
from
mama and
vacation.
our
know
mommy
what to
now.
do
Sister Mercy, you
Huh?
can go on, then I'll go after you. Okay?
Mercy, go ahead.
Yeah, fire down. I let you.
Okay.
Nkiru, are you back from vacation, Nkiru?
Yes,
And
I am.
I greet you, Sir Williams.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys will soon leave Mike for Chukwu because
Ekwensu,
Chukwu knows how
See.
to enter.
Ekwensu, take your time. Oh. My name is not Sir Williams.
you go down.
Oh,
Because
man.
Sir Williams is banned from any mouth. You must not give your child the name Sir Williams. Or
Leave Ekwensu every
please.
time you
And then
begin
you
looking
must
for
not
my
call your
trouble.
brother Sir
Ekwensu, I
Williams
will cage
because
you.
he is Brian Williams. Okay. Hey,
Madam
Oh, God,
Williams,
this.
Sir Williams.
I beg, let me say one or two things, my people. See ya. Good afternoon, everybody. See that is it at home voice notes that were NGOZI was this woman is speculating. It's a conversation she had with our general during December time. You know the way she normally use she altered the people's word or text to manipulate her to manipulate it in order to favor her. That's what she did. But thank God our commander Holy Ghost made a video saying that Igwe Butuzo sent him a message. So we can be circulating that video and send it in all platforms for our sit at home. That's number one. There's this, yesterday I was listening to Biafra Unite yesterday when somebody didn't follow the broadcast, but later I listened to his broadcast. But what he was saying is, he said, there's one tricky thing he said. He said, our, according to him, I'm quoting his words, Ogenkere's group is mentioning BLA. Ngozi's group is mentioning BLA. So, in other words, somebody now sent the text, a private chat, that Igwe Butuzo refused to work with Ngozi. In other words, Ogenkere is in charge of BDF. But he said if Igwe Butuzo refused to work with Ogenkere, I'm quoting him on the way he was saying it. I know some of us will listen to that. So if Igwe Butuzo refused to work with Ngozi, it means that Igwe Butuzo and his group, there are some fraction in the BDF that is working with Ngozi and the other fractions working with Oge. But the only time he will take either of them, either of the group serious is when he see
any of the group giving Nigeria woto that they used to, the normally way they used to give it when PM was here. But from what I understand him saying yesterday, he doesn't want to come up and said, even one woman was trying to tell her that, do you know that Ngozi, the reason why BLA is not as active as they used to be because the fund was reduced. He doesn't want to listen to that. He was kind of just saying all he cares is our BDF, our our Liberation Army are inactive at the moment since December till now. And our people are being killed unchallenged. And the Savannah boys come and do their shenanigans in our land unchallenged. So that is anger. He was angry. That was his anger. But then he forgot to know that the reason why this was going right the way it used to go because of the fund was there coming. Now the fund is no longer coming as it used to be. So I'm on the opinion of this funding, our fundraising. I know we can't go and drag people, ask them to bring out their money to come and cook donating as they used to donate before. But the little we get, I don't know. We have to be doing what we are doing, keep preaching. Maybe if they can go back to, I know they themselves are afraid, not afraid. They are trying to protect themselves because of sabotage. They already sabotage. But this thing he said get me concerned. The way he said, if some group, which means we are in a very big mess. If some group of BDF are following Ngozi and following this woman, and the other one is following, because the whole thing is just kind of.
Sister Mercy, there is no group following Ngozi on that. The only person that
So
made a mistake
why would he say such a thing? Why
there
would
was
he
only person
make
that
that
made a
kind of
mistake
comment?
was Zuma. At the initial time, that Zuma was bought, because Ngozi promised Zuma that he will give him the position of Igwe Butuzo, of which he fell, and from there, Zuma was handed over to the zoo, and he went on. After that, every other person just learned their lesson, just like what happened during our DOS. Those that were gullible was bought over, and they paid ultimate price with their blood, and every other one learned the lesson. So that was all that happened. And for Biafra Unite, him that seated on the fence is a coward. Men cannot fight after much. You come and take the glory. You're a woman are better than you. You are just a toddler. Understand? This is the time for someone to declare ye who to serve. It's just like the days of the old in the Bible. Choose you this day who will you serve. The house of Jacob. Joshua will say, I and my family will serve the living God. Then choose you this day who to follow. We are with the chief defense staff, understand, which is Webutuzo and APM. That is where we are. The people that, because any government that has the military on ground prove the superiority and prove their potency, shows that, and that of those people. So this is where we are. Sitting on the fence, he's not a man, understand? So let's leave him there. Men, our military they have not been divided for once, and they will never be divided, not today, not tomorrow. Thank you, sister.
It's not your turn, no, but you speak like 2 minutes. Eh? When you say it's not a man, is it transgender?
Is
Is
it
it
your turn that you are
transgender?
speaking? You yourself. You are there talking.
Anyway,
Yes,
I
me, I
forgot
did
to
my
all
own
of.
person to
Oh
find
boy,
my
just
trouble.
down,
Okay, go
bro.
on. I've
They
forgotten
talk.
all I wanted to say, but go on. Anybody who
It's
wants
not
to
that.
talk.
It's not the case, Tom.
It's me that's supposed to talk. Oh.
I say me you
Okay.
just
Go.
down. Waiting they
Go,
worry you.
Chris.
Nonsense.
I'm here. I came up before you, Chris.
He came before himself.
Emerson, I will remove you from this mic. You better behave
I
yourself.
beg you don't Mercy don't finish. I feel go.
Sister Stella, you should be going by the alphabetical name. It's not by
No.
who is like.
Now you
Not by
suppose you
who
suppose
comes
you go
first.
with the
Can you
person teeth way
imagine?
white pass now. See him out.
Ekwensu. He asked you yesterday, what is Satan in Igbo? He said he don't know.
I better not go confuse my brain this morning. Oh, you don't start.
Equally, DEP is
Make
supposed to
I
be in the
go
war
abeg
front,
o. I no
protecting
want
the
make
people.
anybody talk again. All of now
DEP,
mute your mic now. Sir Williams, we abeg mute. Thank you.
come correct that name, Sir Williams, before I send fire to you. Now, correct it.
SIR Williams.
I try. Malaria is big.
I greet you people. I greet my host. I greet my co-host. I greet my all the ogas, all my ogas. I greet you, Chukwumeze. I greet you, Oga Chibike. I greet you, Emerson. All the ogas in the house. I greet you all. I say hi. I was on a very hot seat, but now everywhere is cold. Thank you, my people. I just wanted to say I'll just use 2 minutes because in a very short time I'm going to be leaving, and I just wanted to tell us about the voice note that I saw peddling by QE TV, or is it Ku TV or Kui? I don't know how to pronounce that bro's name, man, but I think it was the one that peddled it, and that was in the content of that voice from Butuzo. He was buttressing on the point of people using propaganda for his on his name, you understand? And earlier he came to tell us that there was no shishi, there was no kobo going into the Biafra Liberation Army, uh, logistics and everything as regards our Biafra Liberation Army, all about our defense. There was nothing. And this woman selected Kui or Kui TV to use this particular voice as a propaganda. We know that we have a queen of releasing voice recordings now. You understand? The crown, we give it to Madam Orabu Seriki. The crown of releasing voice notes. I'm not even sure if this woman, uh, if anybody else on this X release voice note like this woman. You understand? Any small thing voice note, any now so she carry voice note of our attorney come. Inside that voice note, the truth is there, oh, but she still carry and come. On the fact say she want push propaganda by force. Our prime minister told us before that this propaganda is going to increase in coming days. This is what he was talking about, and we are still going to see more because, yeah, for me personally, this woman would not stop until uh, her legs, will break. For me personally, until she sit down for wheelchair before she stop. For me, now it's me I don't see for my realm, from the realm of my spirit. Before she stop what she's doing, she go don sit down, balance herself for wheelchair. Make she know say she no dey waka again. And concerning the Southeast governors, the illegitimate governors, all these people, we know their modus operandi. They are always doing nothing but bow. They are bowing always uh, to the feet of these Fulani men. And I know of some Southeast governors. You know, the time Shetima went to the Southeast one time like that. I saw some pictures with some of the governors, and also this fat ass called Cubana chief priest. He knelt down like somebody that was going to marry a wife. Now this is the way they do. I don't know. I have a question for everybody. Have you ever seen a Fulani Seriki kneel down before uh, anybody, anybody like an Oba, let me say traditional ruler? The answer is no. You understand? And this is what they do in the zoo, in that criminal contraption. It has even gotten to it has gotten to a very, very bad stage where it has gotten to a very bad stage where um, they tell an Oba, this happened in the West, to kneel down. His two knees were on the ground, all in the name of asking for forgiveness. You understand? to the government, to the terrorist Nigerian government. He knelt down. He was instructed to kneel down, and his 2 knees were on the ground, and his face was in that apologetic mode. You know, when someone is kind of saying, "Please forgive me, I won't do it again." This was literally the explanation of the scenario. Please, Emerson, I think just go. I'm going to come back in a bit of time, okay?
Are you in hot seat again?
Oh boy, the seat hot. I go come back.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay, am I next to go? Because I think some people are here before me. Chibuke is here before me. Uchenna. But Ikwe, I'm here before Ikwe.
Unless Uchenna. I think Uchenna came before you. But if he
Yeah.
And Kiro, waiting I do you. No one call me.
okay for that. Okay,
No,
okay.
Ikwe, I was here before you.
Who is talking?
Ikwe,
Anybody that is under 18 is not allowed to be here. Your voice is like
is me. I came before you.
That's when Emma's now was home was his voice is just a young voice. Sorry. Emma's go ahead,
he
okay.
said Umazi.
Okay,
Go ahead. Can you imagine? I must they call you Umazi. Hey.
Karuma. No, it's not something. Yesterday they asked you Satan and you couldn't answer. Just confusing
I
people.
can tell you. You know what Satan means? Go and look at Ngozi face.
What is the meaning of Satan? What do you
Look
call
at Ngozi
Satan in?
face. Look at Ngozi face. He said that's the meaning of Satan.
Ekwensu. No, Ekwensu is a good one. Greetings, my people. Greetings, our senior citizen, the host, the co-host, our big mummies, warriors. Greetings to the home ministers. Greetings to Professor. Greetings to everybody. Everybody. I think we are many. Greetings to everybody. Yes, I have a lot of things to say, but sometimes it's good to go to the other camp to listen to their lives. And I came to realize some things. They allow some fools. Some people they just allow themselves to be used because I can't see the reason why the lives of Ugoishin Kwacha rubbish, mouthpiece order, what is all these people self? All these both fungal, Bentrus, all these people they will be there. Someone from homeland will come to ask question. They don't know the kind of lies to tell to the person. They will allow one fool that does not know anything. Just if you can lie, don't worry, you'll be the co-host. One liar, baby liar, will be there, telling lies. So I asked these Raws and Butus, what's the difference? The baby liar, they were there, they couldn't answer anything. They allow one baby liar to be lying up and down, gossiping, saying something that is inching. Like you can't even. I do wonder how people will listen to this, and still be there. It's so terrible. These people they have turned themselves into monsters, and which is very, very bad. There is this lie you will hear, you will not even your conscience will be flogging you. But that's the path they choose. They choose the wrong path, the propaganda and lies, despite the whole fight and all the dragons, we've been fighting all lies. But they are now swimming in the pot of lies. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. So the voice that Ugoishun released, I can't even. I was listening. I said, "This guy can't be," because he's saying just all manner of rubbish. You know, his mouth is shaking, trying to mimic Ross. You get Butuzo, you know, he's trying to mimic and anything live, from men on ground to Edozigum to I'm now with cause Madam Cause, trying everything possible, to do the whole lies and sell it out. And people are asking questions, but they can't answer anything. They just want to push out the lies and narratives out there. And again, they sit at home 13th and 14th. People back home still asking, who gave this order? Because the order came from Raw's handle and the spokesman, which is Commander Holy Ghost, came out live. Because these men, these are our Commander Holy Ghost has been the one, even when PM was here, she do come out and make videos, live videos, to pass a message to the public from General Igwe Butuzo. Same people, same person, these people are calling, they are all criminals, they are not serving, broad day fraud, broad day lies, trying, and people are confused. Meanwhile, these are the faces and this handle we've been seeing since our PM was here with us. So it's terrible. It's terrible. It's so terrible, but we are winning. I wish I have the powers right before me. I'll make sure these people just vanish from my sight. Like, I don't get to see or hear them again, because these people are more than evil. I think if we are fighting this way, I don't consider them as my brothers, because the lies is too much. You see, the Sabo village, that Sabo village is a must. I'm telling you, if I thought there would be forgiveness, the only forgiveness is just to keep them in the Sabo village. All these people will be there. You can't be turning lies and lies and lies. Can't. How long are you going to keep on lying? How long? Okay, our supreme leader was out yesterday. He was in the forefront, but nobody is talking about it. If you go there, nobody, they are just busy trying to sell lies. They are just selling lies. How long? How long to people? How long? Important things to talk about. From December to last week, our people have been massacred and killed, but they don't get to speak about it. They don't get to speak about it. Now a command has come for to mourn the dead. Now you are saying is a lie. Who does that? Are you a human being? Do you have conscience? One thing is our people, where they raise their heads and shoulder, is when they see your fellow Biafran. That's when you see them, you can't speak, you can't do anything. But when Fulani speaks, you see nobody, everybody will hide. Nobody will say anything. This is very, I don't know, I don't understand this kind of punishment, because it's really, really difficult. Human being, we Biafrans, we are so difficult people to handle. It's only God, and I know God is on our side. and everything will turn out good. Like our supreme leader always said, Biafra will come like a miracle. I think that's that exactly, because if we keep on, I don't have imagined how we're going to redeem all these people from all these lies. It's only by God's grace, by miracle. That's how we're able to scale through all of this, because it's really trying times. Sometimes when you're alone, you have to think. If you keep on thinking, for me, I would think, God, is this how we're going to fight until redeem everyone? For how long? We've been fighting for so long for this our great nation to come to accomplishment, to fulfillment, total fulfillment. The whole world will see it. Even though we have redeclared, we will know how we fought to redeclare. Now again, it's like we're fighting a different phase. It's a different phase of fighting, but we'll scale through. So our Biafrans in the homeland, there will be sit at home total lockdown on 13th and 14th. Total lockdown. Whoever that is telling you there will be no sit at home is a chronic liar, is a deceiver, is a liar from pit of hell. If you are doing your buying and selling, you can do that today, tomorrow, until next tomorrow. I think so. Today is 10th. 2 days you can do it, but from 13th and 14th, Thursdays and Friday, because on Fridays is when these terrorists, these Fulani houses, they try to block a road in the name of their doing their prayers. So our liberation army, our defense forces, they want that to stop. I think that's the another reason why they kept, they gave that, they put that date, 13th and 14th, Thursdays and Friday, which is very, very good. Very, very good, because the more we keep on being silent, these people, they are spreading so fast. They are spreading so fast. So I think we need to speak in a language they understand more, which is they hate the sit at home. They hate the sit at home. So the sit at home is on 13th and 14th in the whole of Biafra land. There's no going back. Anybody that is anything aside from this, any other thing, do not accept, do not believe. It's a trap. And if you allow yourself to die in stupidity, you have yourself to blame. Even when you are dead, you have to blame yourself, because it's simple. It's a simple obedience. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Just obey. Sit at home. Sit at home. Anything checkpoint, stay away from there. Disease. Just be with your family. Enjoy yourself. Even if you are hearing anything, just enjoy. Just be at home. Stay at home. Do not step out. We've been shouting and we'll keep on shouting. And if you allow yourself to be a victim, you have yourself to be blamed. The Eastern politicians, they don't have a say anymore. They can't speak. Since yesterday, our leader came to defend and spoke the way he spoke. None of them have tweeted. Nobody in the whole of Biafra land, nobody. See, these people are weak. They don't have anything to give to the people. They are just serving their masters. They are all slaves. They can't do anything. Anybody calling on any governor or any councillor or any child is just wasting his or her time. These people, family, they are not in Biafra land. They have sent all their family, their wives, their children, everybody. Nobody is in the zoo. That's why they can't do anything. They prefer to use our people as a sacrifice. Do not allow yourself to be used. Do not allow yourself to be used. Please, we are fighting a just cause. Our leader, Mazin Namdekano, he said this. When he's speaking, most times we don't understand. When he said, "I will lead in the war front," we don't get to understand. We thought, okay, he will come with a gun, he will be at the war front, start shooting. No, but look at it today. He's there. He's in front of the whole world, in front of the enemies, the zoo, telling them before their faces. They don't know the rule of law. And they are so afraid. This is what they are afraid. That's why at some point they have to switch off the light, to make sure the light went off. But yet he kept on saying, he's a leader indeed. And everybody is just shut off. What nobody can do, anybody, they are just hiding their faces. So as he's there since 4 years now, since 4 years he's been there, and he said it, I'm even ready to stay to make it 5 years. I've been here 4 years. It was 1 year, I will be there. So what about us? The little we can do, we should not back down. Let's keep on doing what we can do, though it's not easy. No, it's not that easy, but we'll keep on pushing until we'll be there. Since he's still there, our PM is still there. So it's left for us to be here also, never to back down. Thank you very much. I'm still here. Let me allow Ekwensu to speak. Thank you.
Yes, Mazen, thank you so much. People that are not contributing anything anymore towards our liberation, but we are dragging Butuzo with them. They say that Butuzo speaks only local Igbo. How come he writes so well? That Ross is not Butuzo. I've never seen such a thing. These people just blow them away. Let them just disappear. I'm telling you. Where's my brother? You go ahead, please.
Please, Mommy Stella, Kiru, you should be giving time. I've been in this space for many hours. I've been going down and coming on, and there is no time.
Okay, then. 3 minutes, then. Sorry. Ekwensu is not there again. Okay.
In the absence of the Queen, so let me take it off from here.
Rage.
I take it off.
Rage, you will just come up now. What do you want to take? Please take him off.
You will buy me to select another machete, please.
Anyway, I come here with warm greetings from my end, from the ancestors, from the gods of the land, from the waterways of Biafra, the air that secures us with oxygen in the blessed land of Biafra. And I tell you all, the ancestors are with us. They never abandon us. As a matter of fact, what is playing right now, it's every forces in Biafra land doing their own work to make sure that the blessed land of Biafra is free and free indeed. And they have said that you Biafrans should not wait, that you should continue to do what you're doing. Continue to start on that part of truth, because it's only that truth, from that foundation of truth, that's where you will draw out your strength to continue to push ahead. And more things are going to happen, more revelations are going to happen, because the enemies need to be exposed so that nothing will be left for them in their cupboard to run up to. It is not a coincidence that what is happening today is happening. This is just shows that finally the children of the Most High Osebuluwa, Ekekeruwa, Chineke, the one that watches over us day and night, the one that determined that we should come, the one that determined that we should do this job, the one that determined that, go, I am with you. He never abandon us, he never forsake us, he never neglect us. Even when it seems like we are drifting, he's there waiting for us to come back, because this project, the Biafran project, is not just for you, his children alone. It is for the whole entirety of human race. You will be the heroes of future unborn generation. The children, the descendants of humanity all around the world will talk about you people. They will classify you under the umbrella that brought true freedom. Even the so-called first world countries today, they don't have proper freedom. The freedom is about to come from the grassroots, which is you and I, what we are doing. We were once great people before the enemies infiltrated and took that which makes us strong and powerful. Today again, the mantle has fallen upon us to create the pathway for future generations to stand on a solid foundation and become that gods and goddesses that Biafrans were known for. I tell you, and I say it with everything in me, if only it can be possible for you to stop a chameleon from changing its color, then that's how impossible it is to stop the enemies of Biafra from coming out of their true color. Those who masqueraded as friends of Biafra, lovers of freedom, freedom fighter, who hid under the auspice of we want freedom, are today coming out. Just as our leader said, I will not disappoint you, but you will disappoint me, because he knows the truth, the foundation of truth, that which he is standing on. And the same goes with each and every one of us here standing on the foundation of truth. Also, the PM came to remind your memories and say, you cannot betray me and succeed. If this thing that the agents of the enemies have done was supposed to succeed by now, you and me will not be gathering here. But it is because of this project can never die. It will never die and can never ever ever die. No matter how the enemies try, how they plan, how they plot, how they strategize, how they change faces, they cannot stop us. Because we are like onions. Inside an onion, you find a baby, another baby has a baby, another has a baby, another baby has a baby. That is how we are. For you to stop Biafra, you must stop the world from existing. Because Biafrans are creatures themselves. It started with you, and it will end with you. We built the first civilization the world ever known. We created so many inventions, so many things that helped the life of humanity easy. We created different kind of food that today humanity are enjoying. Even the scientific know-how of how to produce the food called yam today came from us. And everywhere around the world, you see people eating yam today. The same with palm oil. We did it. Today, you see everybody around the world using palm oil. Biafrans, I want you to know the power you have in your hand. And if you think that we have created anything, we are just getting started. It doesn't matter. It is not an easy road. It's not an easy journey. But only those who know what they want, who understand what it means for we to be free as a people, that will get to the end of this journey. I want freedom. You want freedom. We want a safe society, a peaceful society, and a free society. I tell it to you, even the greatest of all greatest nations you see existing today, you think they have freedom? No, they don't. Because all that glitters is not good. It was just only a matter of time for the snake to be let out of the bag. All this while, the snake has been playing catch-up game just because they wanted to prove to the gullibles that they are the legitimate ones. But when they see that that strategy is not working, they had to change and say, you know what? To hell with trying to convince the gullible. We are just going to start fighting the real thing. That's why today they can come out and tell you sit at home is suspended. There's no sit at home. You don't need sit at home. That's why today they will kill people in our land, will kill our brothers and sisters in our land. And it will take the agent of the enemy, if not days, to even post one single picture. But yet the enemy keeps sympathizing with the people of Biafran enemies. The enemy doesn't work alone. They need people to work with. And that's why you see the arrests and the likes of those who we thought that was here with us fighting freedom are now the ones fighting us. Even if they know the truth, even though they know the truth, they know the path of truth, but yet decide to follow evil. It is because just as in the days of the old, so shall it be in the present day, as we, the children of Biafra, fight for our freedom. A lot of Israelites had to die for a new generation to stand and push the will and the idea of Chukwokike. Indeed, Biafra is the last miracle. The world is not at peace. There will be no peace, and there can never be no peace until the children of the rising sun are free as a people. We are the cradle of humanity. It started with us. The world cannot talk about climate change without Biafra in it. The world cannot talk about freedom for humanity without Biafra in it. Because in every realm that the Most High have created, is it the realm of the ancestors? Is it the spiritual realm? Is it the realm of Ndabara? Or is it the realm of humanity? Or is it the realm of the marine? Wherever it is, he has always put a particular people, a particular group of people to be in charge. And through those people, he will bless others. Yeah, in the realm of this earth, Mother Earth, you, NGOZI Biafrans are the ones he has put here to be in charge. So long as you are not in charge, the world will not know peace. Why I say this is so that you can look inside yourself and tell yourself, This is who I am, and indeed, I am a great person. I am a blessing to humanity. Look not less of yourself, but look highly of yourself. Look not on yourself as a complainer, but a problem solver. Look not yourself as a coward, but look upon yourself as a fighter. Look not yourself as the oppressed, but look upon yourself as those who deserve freedom. You are freeborns. There's nowhere in the whole world, even without proper governance in our land, there's nowhere in the whole world that you go into their villages and their community, you don't find autonomous communities there. We Republicans, we started it. The first place, if at all, in those days, if the world was even called democracy, it existed in our land. That's why a lot of enemies will attack us, because they know your potential, they know your potency, they know what you represent. If they don't fight you, then you don't mean nothing. If they don't attack you, you don't mean nothing. If they don't try to pretend like you don't exist, then you don't mean nothing. But because they know who you are, they know who you are. It all started with you. Humanity came into existence through you. The key to freedom and salvation for humanity lies within you. Every invention you see today, they talk about the binary language, talk about the computer programming. It came from you. But they don't want to give you that credit because they don't want those who the Most High kept in charge of this particular realm to understand who they are. They took away everything that made you who you are and gave you things that decrease your potency. In case you have forgotten who you are, remember and know this is who you are. You live on the most precious and most important part of this particular realm where we find ourselves, the center of the world. Zero longitude, zero latitude. Where Chukokiki placed the first man, Madwana, upon the face of the earth. Through your descendants, so many freedom fighters have been produced. So many people that have saved humanity has been produced. During the transatlantic slave trade, they sold over 4.5 million of you around the world. Not because of they just want to sell slaves, but because they know who you are. The journey to destroy the race Biafra didn't start today. It started a long time ago. I want to give you an example of all your footprint around the world. The race that gave birth to Japan, the Japanese you see today, came from you. Today, Japan is not a great nation to the extent that during Second World War, the accomplishment of the Japanese army, the Japanese emperor, made the world so scared that even after they got defeated, those who won the war, the Second World War, made sure that Japanese never have any armies again. Through that same Japan, the development of Southeast Asia started. Japanese was the first superpower in Southeast Asia. And today, That beginning have give birth to development like China, Malaysia, South Korea, and the rest of them around there. Another of your footprints. The first black nation in modern history that even fought for liberation and defeated the then sophisticated emperors and empires around the world. The race that gave birth to the Haiti people who defeated Napoleon. And Napoleon of France could not even see his back. They came from your own race, you Biafrans. Those who built America, Biafrans. Europe, do you want me to start the first people who founded Europe? It was a Biafran woman and an ancient Kemetic prince who discovered Europe. If you think I'm lying, go and look at the logo of the European Union. Look at the face. You know, these people, they speak in signs and symbols. If you don't look deep, you will not understand. How come goddess and gods, as well as son, they become scavengers, become slave, become oppressed, become servants, and you let uncircumcised, dirty, filthy Fulanis walk all over you? The will and determination to fight for freedom has to start within you. That will spark the self-awareness to realize who you are as a person. And after that process is complete, it should trigger the consciousness of anger in you and say, how can me, who is supposed to be gods and goddesses, be in this particular position? So therefore, I will go and take what belongs to me. Even if the enemy is filled with wolves, I will step into that den and take away my freedom with me. Nothing is new under the sun.
Please round up so that round up, please.
I just want to say, Biafrans, we have done a great job so far, but the journey is not over. More is expected of us. Let us put hands together and do this. Because if we miss this opportunity, we are done for good. Why are you going to give up? Do you have anything to fall back on? If you have anything to fall back on, please tell me. As for me, I don't have anything to fall back on. So we are going to fight with everything in us. Continue to spread this gospel. Continue to fund your defense. Fund your defense. Fund your defense. It doesn't matter what the enemies do. And I will round up with this. When our supreme leader was kidnapped, our prime minister rose up. And because of his presence, the zoo could not do anything to him. He made the kidnap of our supreme leader useless to the zoo and even more expensive to them. Now, our PM has been taken. Finland, I just the laugh for now. Don't bite more than what you can chew. But this goes to say that you don't put your hope in any country, you don't put your hope in any man, you don't put your hope in any ally. You only put your hope in the Most High. And finally, I will say this. Now that our PM has called for their so-called shenanigan questioning, it is left upon us to stand so that we will make that question useless to that Finnish government who is being lured by the zoo. And at the end of the day, this will be the final battle because the power falls on the people to determine what they want. And if truly we want this Biafra, we want this freedom, let us rise up and do the needful so that we can go and get our freedom and go home. I thank you all for this opportunity. Thank you for giving me the mic to speak. I greet you, the host and the co-host. This ones, you women have been hosting space back to back 2 days. If it's Valentine gift you are expecting, I no get to. But all the same, I thank you all. Continue to do the
Hey,
good work.
must do Valentine. Must do Valentine for our mommy.
Not
Ndewo.
for her.
Maybe all this church or town.
Don't mind him. Be looking for our trouble. Okay. I read that Bayelsa State. Okay, old Bayelsa State. We need to learn our our state names. So, but let me just call it old Bayelsa State. He has impregnated Nengi. Nengi is a BB Niger woman with BBL Nya.
Who give am belle?
Bayelsa State Governor.
Uh-uh.
These people, a day of reckoning. All these things then they enjoy with our money. Okay,
Uh-uh.
no problem.
The girl no enjoy the money. Ni. The girl no enjoy the money now. She don't go carry belle. Shakara don't end. You don't get belle. Shakara don't end. Anyway, please let's move on.
You
Sorry.
like this kind
Okay,
news everywhere.
okay, sorry, go ahead. I just want to remind you where our money, are going to. It's only women. Women. Go ahead, Chibike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Long. Thank you so much, my people. I don't have much to say. Just to straighten up our people at home for this coming sit at home on Thursday and Friday. All of us here that has family at home, you can pick your phones and call them and tell them. They say information, once you start passing it, it will go around. Before that Wednesday evening, most of the information will go around. Because the zoo government will use some people to set example with this sit at home. Definitely, some people would do stubborn to come out. But I believe that Biafrans that are looking for freedom, that knows what they want, and with this killing that has been going on for long, we obey the sit at home. Now, Madam Bao has officially come out and tweeted within some minutes ago that there is no 2 day sit at home. This is exactly the same thing with DOS. So this one will show most of our people back home who they are supporting, because this sit at home is a weapon that God Almighty gave to us from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and our Prime Minister really used this weapon. It's a weapon. It's one of the 4 weapons that we are using to get Biafra. In fact, it's one of the major weapons. This sit at home, and our Prime Minister used it to put the zoo under their cries. And if you see after that time, since that's from November time, there is no sit at home, no, only the Monday sit at home, which everybody have adjusted. Even the zoo are still crying with it. But at least our people have adjusted it. And would there have not be any other sit at home order, and the killings have been going on. Now that the sit at home has come, all the vultures have all come out. They said you should disregard the 2 day sit at home. Now, Biafras, this is the time you have to, whether you are supporting the breakaway group or you are supporting the Biafran Republic government in exile and you are in homeland, the best thing for you is to obey the order and sit at home. If you come out, you'll be used as a sacrificial lamb for the terrorists or for our Biafran Defense Force. It is a time for us to mourn the dead. That is part of our values. To mourn the dead, those that have died, so that their spirits will not come and cause a lot of havoc, because the way they kill a lot of innocent Biafrans is too much. The blood have been sprayed, you know. So Biafrans in homeland should take note, and we Biafrans that are abroad in other countries, if you have not called your people, please take your phone and call your people. I have been making this thing from that day they declared that thing, that more of this awareness should be on this sit at home, because this is where the real thing is. I've been saying it long time. It is in your homeland. Whatever thing we will do, it is in that homeland. If for the United States of America to start recognizing us, it is the action that will be coming in the homeland that will determine. If not, we will keep on running around. And this is the time, as Olugom, this is the time for us to show that we really need Biafra. We really want Biafra. Yeah, we have been doing it every time. The enemies have come and sowed the ties already. Now is the time for us to start uprooting and removing the weeds among us. So, and this sit at home that is coming on Thursday and Friday is a very, very strategic time. Very, very strategic. And for the defense force to come out and put it this time, you see, everything is working in plan. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has come out and showed the way already. He has told you people that he's standing gidigbam on Biafra, that he is not backing down. He has come out and totally demolished and destroyed the Nigerian judicial system, that all the whole world is now looking at Nigeria. Their system is bad. So the Nigerian government has to call the Madam Bao that she must not post anything of the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu destruction to them in her platform. When you go to her platform, I've been following it for 1 day now. She didn't post one thing about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That dealing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dealt with the zoo in that court also affected her, because she and the zoo government are one. They are collaborating. So now they are doing their propaganda, bringing an old voice note of our commander. And I think that voice note was in December, where they were trying to he was trying to disassociate himself with anything that is going and trying to say something. Now she have gone and bring it, trying to play propaganda, mind game, psychological mind game on Biafrans. And the idiots and zombies are jumping up and down. Biafrans in homeland, you have to sit at home. Whether you are obeying, you are following Madam Bao or not, you have to sit at home for your own good, for your child good, for yourself good, for your family good. We have been crying. Now our Liberation Army, the Defense Force, have decided to come out to fight. And for those of our medias that are still keeping quiet, standing on the fence, it's just like even the Bible said it, that those, how did they even say it? It said, those who come in the morning time, those who work, and they just remain last minute for you to continue, you miss. He said all the work you have done from the beginning will not be remembered. But somebody who just came in the last minute and did very well, he will be remembered. And I started thinking about all those things. So somebody like our brother, Biafra Unite, I really went to his yesterday, and I spoke to him, and I told him that now he said he loved the Biafran Defense Forces. According to him, he does not stand of anyone. Now, the Biafran Defense Forces has come out and given 2 days sit at home to avenge the death, and you have not broadcast it. And I was trying to tell him to use his media, that Biafrans in homeland listening to him and broadcast it. He said, oh, Biafran Defense Forces is angel, is darling, he's going to do that. And I'm still watching. So he is waiting when they will start doing water. Whoever that is giving the water, he will now come out and say, oh, Biafrans, this is the person that is doing the water, follow the person. And I was surprised. So For people that are still waiting on the fence, for people that will do the water before you come out and stand or speak the truth. He knows the truth. He even, after explaining that chapter, even somebody from the camp, somebody yesterday in America asked him a question about this and dissolving that. That is what our prime minister said. He brought the evidence and told the person that the prime minister said after, when the recognition will start coming from United Nations and other thing, then there will be, then from the de facto government in homeland and the Biafra Republic government in homeland, they will start transition government before they dissolve. So the woman, and he played the video, the woman was saying, wow. So I discovered that most of all these our people have been deceived just with the little things. Some of them, their main thought is that, according to them, that NGOZI, that Madam Bao declared Biafra, which is a big lie. And some of them say if she can declare Biafra, how will she not be able to rule, to govern, or to give order? So these are the little propaganda lies that most of our people have been deceived. If you can see somebody well educated, just a little lies like this that is making the person to talk rubbish. And people like Biafra Unite has that ability to educate Biafra. How I wish he is standing strong and keep on doing the thing he was doing when he was fighting DOS. But now that the game, the fire is on, he's waiting on defense. And after, when we have fought and get to the last line, he want to come out. It will be a shame on him that when the time for him to fight as real men, he didn't fight. But when the men have finished fighting, he's not coming out to talk. To be a shame on him. He will lose some sort of respect and trust from the real Biafra, especially when Biafra will come. So to all medias there, you know the truth and you are still keeping quiet. Use your media. If you can't speak anything about Biafra, use your media and talk about this, our sit at home. That is where me, I'm hitting my points. Since they declared that, and since on Saturday, I've been hitting on that because that is where the real thing is. And I know that something like this will come up, that the other group will try to cancel it or counter it. And that is where, once our people sit at home, she's gone. That is how we finish DOS. If they are gone, they are gone. I'm telling you the truth. They are going to fade away, and new set of people will rise. Our people must sit at home. You must sit at home. If not, you will continue dying. This one, I will not cry again. After Thursday and Friday, and you refuse to sit at home, if the terrorists keep on killing you, I will not cry. I will not even pity you. Today, imagine the Fulani having the audacity, they who gave them the right, the legality for them to write a letter. I don't know whether it's a letter, and post it and put it in the wall in our Biafran territory that they are coming. Who is Fulani herdsmen? Who are they? One Banshee, a normal Biafran boy, just a normal Biafran boy can handle almost 10 of them. Just one small boy can handle 10 of all these people and finish them within 30 minutes. Then these terrorist people have the guts to put a poster that they are coming. Do you know why? It's because of this saga that is going on. It's because of the weapon that we are using, we didn't activate it. And if you, Biafrans, I'm talking to Biafrans in homeland, if you fail to sit at home, in fact, if this sit at home come and you fail to sit at home, the next massacring that will come will be ×3 of what happened from November to January. It's going to be worse. But if you sit at home, our liberation will start. In fact, because after the declaration of Biafra, it says we are now free to fight our freedom. That is what that declaration says. So that means you are out to fight your freedom. And there is no international
Hey, weapon, oh Lord. Okay, we are BIAFRANS. There one.